What up, guys? Hopefully everything's working properly. I don't even know if I'm on the screen right now. Um, Thank you to those of you that were waiting. Credit Solutions is a little thugged out tonight. What can I say? My bad. No mascara tonight, y'all. But I love you anyway. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Trying to see on my device here if I am playing properly. If somebody's here and you can hear me, can you give me like a thumbs up or something so I at least know that you can hear me? All right. Because I don't want to be talking and going in and y'all can't hear me. Yeah, no. Anyway, sorry, y'all. You're not going to get beautiful makeup, big old Afro Credit Solutionist tonight because I wasn't even going to go live tonight, y'all. But the industry has been hurting my feelings. I didn't know that I set up the industry last or a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about credit. Thank you, Necessary Evil. Hey, girl. And thank you for the hello, gorgeous girl. I'm out here looking like I'm about to rob somebody, which is probably not like the right look that I should have tonight for the topic that I'm going to discuss. Let me know if I'm coming in a little bit loud too, because this mic is all up in my face. I'm actually eating it. But we're talking about credit repair scams tonight. I covered one a couple of weeks ago, and y'all, I didn't know that it was going to blow up even bigger after that actually happened. So I'm gonna just jump in. I did like a little half-ass outline here. So I'm gonna just have to jump in, y'all. I'm over here at the office out here in Virginia. Y'all, I'm by myself. Ain't nobody up in this office. I can talk loud, get crazy, get crunk, do what I do. Just got done putting up some whiteboards on my walls, everything. So we're good, you know. And by the way, I have a business address. So if you need to look me up, baby. I am not a scammer. You can come find me in Virginia. All right. Anyway, y'all, they coming after the credit repair industry, and I'm hurt. I'm like hurt and offended because on one end, y'all know I do auditing for the government. Yes, I am the Fed. Okay. A lot of people have taken to calling me the Fed, the Popo, whatever you want to call me. It's cool. But I do auditing for a government entity. So part of me is like, okay, I understand why all of this fraud is happening. I am also not sad that some of these people are going down in the credit repair industry, but also being in the credit repair industry, I feel perplexed because it's like, damn, it's kind of like turning your brother or your sister in knowing that they committed a crime, right? So it's almost like you're watching your relatives go to jail, right? You have a love for them just because they're in the same industry and you understand the struggle. But at the same time, it's like, the compliance and the auditor in me is like, nah, bro, but you got to go to jail because you're doing some fraudulent shit. Okay. As you guys come in, go ahead and like the stream and all that kind of stuff. Probably gonna say some stuff that's not gonna make you happy tonight, and I'm okay with that because I really don't care. If you follow me on any social media platforms, you totally understand I'm actually non-existent because I don't promote my business on social media other than YouTube because I don't want to be one of these people that promotes this crap like what I'm about to talk about tonight. I'm not flashy. I'm not a person that makes false promises. I don't come online and say that I can remove 100% of what's on your credit report. I don't do that because I understand what's legal and what is not in this industry. I also understand working in this particular industry, we're going to have a lot of people that are going to do a lot of underhanded things, and they're going to do things in a fashion that is pretty much illegal. Not going to lie about that. The reason that they do it that in the illegal fashion though is okay, listen. There's a lot to unpack here. So why don't I just go ahead and grab my outline, because at the end of the day, y'all be knowing I'll be just going on and on all day every day. Your girl got to stay on task, okay? As long as my lighting is good, we all right. Now, sometimes the power goes out here because we get thunderstorms and stuff. So just bear with me if it happens. All right. It's like 90 degrees outside, but I think it's raining right now. All right. And I'm going to try to stay on task tonight and go through the comments and stuff on time. So we're talking about a credit repair industry shutdown. Do I think the industry is going to get shut down? No, I do not. I don't think so because there's a lot of bad actors in this industry. It's not the credit repair organization that is actually the bad guy here. If the collection agencies and the creditors and the credit bureaus were doing their job, there would have never been a space for us credit repair restoration companies to exist to begin with. Can we start with that? Okay. So everybody that's out there doing these credit repair scam videos saying that credit repair is just this horrible thing, don't do it, yada, yada, yada. You guys are full of crap. I'm going to be the first person to say it because at the end of the day, like I said, if the creditors, collections, and federal government were doing their job, there would be no reason for us to exist. Let's start there. All right. Yeah. However, with all of that being said, criminal crackdowns are happening, but they are happening to the big dogs. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago where I did name drop. However, in this video tonight, I am not going to name drop because at the end of the day, I do notice that they are coming after a specific type of person with these credit repair industry shutdowns, and I am not going to play into that. All right. So do the research. You know who we're talking about. Put two and two together. Okay. Now, the criminal crackdowns are happening for one specific reason. The consumer wants a quick fix. Can we at least be real about that? 99% of the calls that I get scheduled from YouTube are pretty much people that say, I want to get my credit restored in 30 days or less. What can you do for me? If you were on the last live stream, I could tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you that I cannot work with you. Yeah. And we're probably not even going to have the call at the end of the day because when you sign up with us, we do an intake form, or if you sign up for a consultation, right? And I always set the expectation that tells you, hey, it's going to take at least 6 to 8 months. If you don't have at least 6 to 8 months, don't even bother scheduling this call. Do you still understand that 100% of those people still schedule those calls every single time? It is not the industry. It is the consumer that wants the industry. All right. I just had to make sure that I got that out of the way before I jump into what I really want to talk about tonight. If you guys happen to know the credit repair scam that I'm talking about, no, it's not Mike the Credit Game. But if you happen to know who we're talking about, give me a 1 in the chat or just let me know that you know about the young lady that I'm about to discuss. Okay. Like I said, not going to drop her name because I'm just not going to do it. Okay. A lot of people have been doing it, dropping her picture. I was going to do it, but I'm not gonna. Mainly because the girl has not actually entered a plea yet, from my understanding. She hasn't actually said that she's guilty. Right now, I know that this is because her counsel probably told her not to do so, which is what any good lawyer would tell you to do. Right now, more than likely, the girl is she's guilty. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to dive into why I know that she's guilty in a little bit. Okay. Because I saw a few things before I even got into the credit repair industry that let me know, oh, people operate like on a shady level in a whole bunch of industries. And I'm going to talk to you guys about it tonight because I don't work in those industries anymore. So I can give you the 411 on what I know. All right. I tell you what I know. Okay. So will the credit repair industry be shut down? Maybe. The credit repair industry might be, but the credit score improvement industry ain't going nowhere. That's where I work. I don't do credit repair. I do credit score improvement. Two totally different things, right? I don't fix what's broken. I improve what maybe isn't looking so good. All right. Now, there's so much to unpack here. And I want you guys to understand where this is starting. The reason that this is going down is because we're in a financial crisis in this country. Do you understand that when there is a industry that is writing off and deleting student loan debt, collections, repossessions, any kind of debt that you can think of, medical, right? We're getting all of these things removed from credit reports. Do you understand that this is affecting tax returns for businesses? This is affecting profit for these businesses that are not able to collect from you. Not only was the original creditor or the doctor or whomever able to collect from you, but the collection agency who also invested in your debt was not able to collect from you. This affects taxes. I know for a fact that this is not just because, oh, credit repair is a scam. That ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. And I'm going to try my best not to get loud because like I told y'all, I'm here by myself. So I'm about to get crazy. And it's like 10:30 over here. But there's something deeper going on here, right? It's because certain people are putting certain bits of income as losses. Because I don't know if you guys understand. Well, maybe we should get into it a little bit later. Let me stay on task. But I know that this has something to do with the government, right? This is why your government is flip-flopping on why they want to do student loan forgiveness. Do we want to do it? Do we not? We're not really sure, right? There's a lot of layers to this thing here. It is not just because credit repair is a scam. It's not a scam, okay? Now, are there scammers in the industry? Yes. Are there scammers in the auto repair industry? Yeah. Are there scammers in the legal department? Are there scammy, scummy lawyers? Yeah. So why is credit repair different from any other industry on the planet? There's fraud everywhere. Anywhere that there's potential to make a ton of money off of other people's mistakes, you are going to see fraud, because some people know how to legally utilize loopholes, and some people use loopholes without the proper education behind how to implement that loophole. Damn it, I'm going to get preachy tonight. I didn't want to. I've had friends try to, tell me not to be preachy, and here I go. I'm sorry, okay? But I got to do it because I'm so offended by this. I'm offended by this. Now, I'm not defending this girl, and I'm not defending Mike the Credit Game. Not doing it. I'm just simply saying that these are probably two people, allegedly, that took training from others in the industry that maybe some of you watching this video right now have actually paid money to. They learned the game from these people, right? Mike the Credit Game didn't come up with his scheme all by himself. No, he did not. Somebody trained him to do that, right? This young lady, this Instagram star who is now in jail over her $3.3 million credit repair scheme, she did not come up with this scheme by herself. She learned that from somebody. I can almost pinpoint who she learned it from, but because I don't need a subpoena, I'm not going to say who I think it was. But I know for a fact there's a gazillion people in this industry making a ton of money right now that are doing exactly what that young woman is doing. She just happened to get caught because she made a lot of money. Okay. I don't think it's this one person or this one, company that happened to say, oh, we're getting a whole lot of the same documentation. Yeah, we got to look into that now. Do y'all know credit repair has been popping since 2012? You mean to tell me from 2012 to now, a full decade, this company just now figured out that this girl was doing this? Okay. All right. Here we go. Now I got to point out who's stupid and who's not. Okay. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. And like I said, I'm sorry, y'all, if I start yelling. I'm a little spirited. It's Saturday, I'm saying. Got the Holy Ghost. Now, the first thing I want to do is be real with y'all. Credit repair is all over social media. Why is it all over social media? Social media is cheap advertisement. Anytime you see a person get on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, some of us pay to be there, some of us don't. It's the most free, widespread advertisement that any company can ever have, bar none. If you have a company that you want to start and you want to reach the biggest audience ever, get your ass on social media. That's the best way to do it. You can literally go to Instagram right now. If you're on your phone watching me right now, don't click off the video, but go to your Instagram, go to TikTok, as a matter of fact. Put in credit repair. You're going to see a shitload of people telling you exactly what you need to do. And when you click on their profile, what are you going to see? You're going to see a ton of links. Come talk to me. Come chat with me. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do business together. Da, 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 da. You want your credit repair? Come see me. It's free advertisement. So if anybody essentially is looking for a credit repair company off of social media, it tells us the type of client that you might be, right? And I'm not saying that I am judgy, because I've learned over the last 4 years not to judge people. But the client that reaches me from Instagram is exponentially different than the client that is referred to me by the lawyer that's right next door to me versus the person that is referred to me from the financial planner that's on the other side of my wall here. two totally different schools of clients, right? Your social media person, this is all they got to do to find me. This is it. You could literally be on the toilet and find me, right? But the person that is referred to me from the estate planner over here, no, he knows me personally. So that person's ready to spend money. The person on social media typically is the one that wants a quick fix. There's nothing wrong with wanting a quick fix. So I don't want to say it like it's a bad thing. It's just that the caliber of client is totally different. One is going to ask questions, right? One is going to want to see documentation. The other, because they're scrolling while they're taking their morning dump, is just going to say, oh, this person has a really good like online persona. She wears makeup. She has lashes. I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to call her because she's cute. Yeah, that's why this girl got a lot of her clients. Let's be real. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into that anyway. But credit repair people are all over social media. They're easy to contact. Whether or not they're on the up and up is another story, right? I will tell you, from California to Virginia, the stipulations and the regulations and the requirements to become a credit repair organization, you got to jump through some hoops, okay? So anybody that has started a company has gone through, like, we've been run through the ringer, okay? And if this young lady set her company up the way she was supposed to, she was run through the ringer. However, after she's run through the ringer and the state approves her, there is literally nothing the state can do to prevent her from committing fraud. So I say this because I want you to understand the credit repair organization, the industry as a whole, is not a scam. We have to go through a lot of chat to become a legal organization, right? The state provides us the vehicle to get out there and do what we need to do. Because you understand, when people's credit repair or credit scores are increased, more houses get sold, more businesses are rented or leased or purchased or whatever. And it helps the city and the state because now they have more taxpayers. Okay. So no, they want us here. Don't get it twisted. They want us here. All right. I'm not going to jump too deep into the conspiracy theory thing, but no. Credit repair organizations are needed because good credit scores bring in revenue for these cities and these counties and these states. Don't get it twisted. Okay. I just want to, I'm hoping I'm making this clear to y'all. If you understand what I'm saying, at least give me a 1 in the chat if you can kind of still follow what I'm doing. I know I'd be going off, but the industry has to exist. It ain't going nowhere. So it exists because it's necessary. Okay. Like I said, and I believe that this girl got caught up simply because she pissed off the wrong person. Now, let me go back to my outline so we can actually get to this, but I'm gonna go through some comments real fast before we continue. And like I said, I didn't have a plan for this live tonight. I just wrote on my whiteboard right there that I was going to do a Saturday live, and here I am. Okay. And I don't know if she's here. Yeah, I don't see oh, I do. Okay. So I know you're still here, but I got an email from a client tonight and she asked where I am. And I will tell you, you actually inspired me to do this live tonight because I was like, holy crap, she's right. I haven't been on social media this week. I'm here. Okay. I'm alive. Nobody has swept me away. Okay. Like, I wouldn't be on the internet looking like I'm about to go shoot ducks if I got swept away. You know what I'm talking about, girl. Okay. But let me go ahead and go through some of these comments and then I'm going to jump into what I actually came here to talk about. Yes. Hey, girl, what are you at work doing? No, you're supposed to be home, laid up under your man. Okay. Hey, Brandon Hicks, what up? And thank you for confirming that my audio was good. Necessary Evil, I appreciate you. Yeah, the popo is definitely here. And like I said, I do think it's just because simply this girl pissed off the wrong person and now she's having to pay the price for it. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna dive deeper into it. I'm not dropping names tonight because apparently like that's not something you're supposed to do. So I can't actually I'm not going to drop her name, like I said, because I'm not about doing all that until she literally is like found guilty or pleads guilty. I'm just going to leave her alone. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, Necessary Evil. So apparently y'all already know who she is, so I don't have to say nothing. I'm on my don't throw black people under the bus tour this year. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Because yeah, people on my social media, my personal social media, they don't like when I tell the truth about black people. So I'm not going to do it anymore. Okay, so he said, I have no problem. John, look, you like me. Yes, over $3 million. So, all right, I'll stop here. So here's my question for you. Anybody that's watching, I see some of y'all dropped off. You might be friends of hers. I don't know. But $3 million, 3.3 to be exact, right? And the number is going to go up as the case goes on. Now, how is somebody able to collect $3.3 million in profit and nobody caught her? Do you understand how many people dropped the ball on this case? That's why I'm telling y'all there's something more to this. This is not just, oh, credit repair is a scam. Yeah, that's all it is. No, this is some people now having to cover their asses now that she has gotten caught. I'm not saying that's all that it is, but it's part of it, right? It is part of it. I only know this because, like I said, I look at paperwork. I am an auditor. Yes, I am. I'm not the Fed, okay, but I'm Fed adjacent. That's what I will say. Okay. So when I see cases like this, I'm like, okay, no, she pissed off the wrong person. She made a lot of money. This girl has been in business for a couple of years. She's been she's been pulling in dough. You mean to tell me in 2022, they just now want to catch her? Can I tell you what the IRS is doing right now? They're basically catching up on all their 2019, 2020, 2021 tax returns and 2022. If you have not filed your 2022 tax return, what they are doing right now is they are compiling all of the income documents that were submitted on your behalf by Venmo, Cash App, anybody that you were working with as a 1099, any W-2 work that you did, any of those accounts where you have $600 or more, they receive documents from all of those companies. And somebody in the IRS office is now compiling and calculating your tax return. Once they see that, they're sending you out a notice and saying, hey, you got to pay your taxes. We did this based on what you've earned. Give us our money and give us our fees and penalties and all that good stuff. That's what they're doing right now. So there is no mistake that this girl is just now getting caught at 3.3 million. No, they're just raking through. They're trying to clean house is what they're trying to do. All right. They're trying to clean up their mistakes. And now everybody has to figure it out. That's what's happening. I'm going to get back to my outline here. All right. Now, like I said, credit repair is all over social media. Okay. It is up to you to decide how you want to do business with a credit repair company. I have noticed that a lot of people do tend to go for the people that are flashier. They tend to go for the Lambos. They tend to go for the people with the long hair and maybe big boobs. They like that. Okay. It's part of marketing. I understand that. However, my approach is a little bit different. And that's probably why I'm not a credit repair millionaire. I'm not going to get on here and do that because at the end of the day, I want you to know I'm not going to remove everything for you. I'm going to remove a good amount, maybe if it's fraudulent and it's inaccurate and, unverifiable, all that good stuff. Yeah, I can do that for you. Right. Can I guarantee it? No. Legally, I cannot. The issue that a lot of these people have is that they're pretty much just the face of the company. And then the stuff that they're doing in the back end is the fraudulent stuff. But you fell for it because of the halo effect. We don't have time to go into that lesson tonight, but that's about, that's what a lot of this is about. The girl had like inch-long lashes in her mugshot. Okay. So I know that what I'm saying is fact here. Anyway. Credit repair people, let's really talk about this. Every single state has a set of rules and regulations that a credit repair or credit repair services organization, whatever they call it in your state, there's a guideline, like a set of guidelines that each one of us companies has to abide by, right? We can't even get a contract approved unless it has certain verbiage from certain documents and certain laws and things like that, right? So once that particular contract gets approved, you can pretty much conduct business, right? Now, every state does not require that you have a license. So anybody that tells you that a credit repair company has to have a license, that's a lie. Or let's not say it's a lie, but it's misinformation, because you do not have to have a license to do credit repair in California. You don't have to have it. All you have to have is your bond, your contract. You also have to be registered with the Department of Justice in the state of California. And that's pretty much it. Okay. I know it because I did it. All right. You don't have to be licensed in the state of California. Now, depending on the county that you do business in, yeah, you do, but that's a business license for that county. It's not a credit repair license. Stuff like this doesn't exist. So well, okay, it doesn't exist everywhere. Okay, it's not a blanket thing. Certification. You do not have to have certification to be a credit repair company. That's another misconception that a lot of people have. I hate that I'm even having to come on and talk about this right now, but it's like people are slandering the industry when they don't really know enough about the industry as a whole, because they haven't ever tried to start a credit repair business themselves. They literally just say, oh, this person looks like this, or they look like that, and they're a scammer automatically. No, not the case. Now, are some of them scammers? Yes. But like I said, I'm going to come on here. I'm not going to be flashy. And I'm going to tell you, it takes time to actually get yourself registered in a state, right? Now, after you go through the ringer, you get your bond, you get, whatever it is that your state requires, right? They're not really going to monitor you after that point. Now, they can, right? They have some stuff that's kind of written in their laws, that says, hey, we can come and kind of pounce down and check on you at any time that we want to. Do they? No, they don't. Which, if we rewind now, I'm hoping this is starting to make sense of why this girl is now going to jail. There's a reason that the constable in Texas was up in her office looking through all of her paperwork. Do you understand that they should have done that when she first started her company? Yeah, should have been done before that. Somebody should have popped in on her and made sure that all of her files were correct. Everything was on the up and up. They are supposed to do that, right? Even down to the merchant that actually helps you take your payments. They should come out and check your office to make sure you have fire rated cabinets. They should make sure that you have the proper types of software securities on your computers. They should do that, right? They should, but do they? No, they don't. So you're going to see a huge crackdown on everybody surrounding the credit repair industry, because it's not just credit. The financial industry as a whole is dropping the ball. Okay. It's just that right now, the easiest people for them to target is the credit repair person. You know why? Because they're on social media, because they're being flashy, because they're doing all this and that. And people are falling for it. People are signing up. People are not doing their due diligence. That is exactly why these people, like this young lady, was able to get $3.3 million. This is why Mike the Credit Game was able to do what he's doing. This dude was doing business for years, man. Years. So it's not just Mike and this girl that is to blame. That's not it. Y'all missing it. If you think it's just that, you missing it. You missing the whole point here. You're missing it. And I'm not saying it like you're dumb or nothing. I'm just saying you're missing it. You're believing the hype, right? I want to make sure people also understand what's happening right now. Ever since 2021, I've noticed a trend online. There's a ton of social media people that want to do reaction videos, and they want to do videos that are watching what people do, right? Is that person running a legit business? Is that person doing this and that? Yet they forget there's always somebody that could pull up dirt on them, right? Because everybody that is trying to like scoop up and do dirt or show somebody else's dirt, 9 times out of 10, they haven't swept their front porch yet. They haven't. And I've seen it. And I'm just like, bro, why don't you just be quiet? Why don't you just find some content that you can live off of forever? Right? Find something you could live off of forever, because you're going to slip up in your business and somebody's going to find you out too. So stop it. That's where I'm at right now. And I don't know. I probably shouldn't even be talking like this. I probably lost like a thousand of y'all with that, and that's okay. I don't even care because I wasn't supposed to go live tonight. Okay. So let's talk about why the credit repair industry exists as a whole. Because people make mistakes. It's not, not just the consumer making the mistake by not paying their bill, right? That's a mistake. But the other mistakes come from the creditor maybe not reporting the information accurately to the credit reporting agencies, right? The other people that make mistakes are the collectors. They're not really making sure that the debt is appearing properly and accurately and all that good stuff. They're not reaching out to you on time. They're not responding to you on time. A lot of people make mistakes. So essentially, you can kind of look at it like, the credit repair people. I hate to say it, but like we're like the catfish of the credit industry where we're kind of like on the bottom and we're like, ooh, you messed up right there. Got it. Oh, okay, that looks wrong over there. Got it. We're kind of the catfish of the sea. I hate to say it, but hell, I don't care. That's kind of what it is. So it exists because people make mistakes. Now, um, our job essentially is to find those issues, right? And I want to make something clear too. Like I said, you don't have to be licensed to do credit repair in every state. A person saying they're a certified credit repair agent, I'm gonna be real with y'all. That doesn't mean anything. Like there is no certification that is like recognized by the federal government for credit repair agencies. Now there are organizations that have curriculums where if you take their classes, yes, you can be certified. Absolutely. But saying somebody's certified, what does that truly mean, right? I learned that when I was a makeup artist years ago. Like you can't tell tonight, obviously. But I used to work for MAC Cosmetics. I used to be a MAC artist. And there's a lot of prestige that comes with that. Now, if you're not into makeup, you're not into movies and all that kind of stuff, what I'm about to say doesn't mean anything to you. But when you go into certain circles and you say you work, oh, I'm a Mac artist, people look at you different. They're like, oh, that was cool. Now not so much because there's so many makeup companies, but let's say 10, 15 years ago, you say you work for Mac Cosmetics. Yeah, people treat you different. And it's weird because I was like, damn, bro, like I work at a makeup store. Like, are you for real? But it's like there was a certain amount of prestige that went with that because those people do makeup in the movies, TV, all kinds of stuff, right? It's not the same as Elf Cosmetics. It's just not. Now, a lot of makeup artists with MAC were certified. Now, who certified them? Okay, I was in Southern California in Hollywood, so there's a ton of makeup schools everywhere. There's some weight there. But if I take my makeup certification to the state of Idaho, nobody gives a shit. Let's be real. Okay. So certifications in certain industries truly do not mean anything. So when you hear somebody say, I'm a certified, credit pro and da 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 da, you know what it means? It means that they paid $200 to $500 to be added to somebody's damn list. That's it. They took a test. They took, they studied some curriculum, got a certification, and now they can plaster it on their wall. That's it, right? Even for my auditing work that I do for, my federal adjacent auditing that I do, yeah, I have certifications, but do you see them all across my wall? No, because at the end of the day, if I try to be a banker tomorrow, nobody gives a shit about those certifications. Okay. They're not federally regulated. All right. So I understand I just dropped a ball and I know a lot of people in the credit repair industry are going to be like, but they won't because they won't see this video anyway. But I'm saying certified credit repair agent. What does that mean? Certified by who? Certified by who? By who? You can still make a mistake if you're certified. Anyway, let me continue. So let's talk about this girl, but let me go into my comments real fast. I know I lost like 90% of y'all. It's all good. I ain't tripping. Oh, shoot. Hold on. My audio came on. Let me mute myself, guys. Oh, shoot. Hold on. My audio came on. How do I do that? Okay, that worked. All right. Anyway, we left off on John, I think. All right, now I got to see if it's working. Okay. I think that worked. All right, let's see. All right, I got my first super chat of the night. Yes, girlfriend. Thank you for the 4.99 super chat. Yes, the content is much needed. And like I said, let me be quiet because I be trying to say like I'm gonna go live more often and stuff, but I don't be doing it. So let me stop lying. But I'm gonna get better as time goes on because I be knowing what I'm talking about. It's just I like to go on and on and on. And I actually had a consultation with a guy the other night. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I watch your videos, your live streams, and you do talk a lot. He's like, you do go on and on. He's like, but your content is good. I'm like, exactly. But yes, girl, thank you for the super chat. You work hard for that money, and I appreciate you for sure. All right. Yes, not a quick fix at all. Credit repair, to be quite honest with you, can take anywhere up to, like I said, 6 to 8 months. You can absolutely see results. Like I can get you, well, let me not do that because now they looking, but you could get results in as little as like 45 days. Absolutely. Right. You totally can. But are we legally able to say that we can do that? No, we cannot. Okay. You will not find in any of my contracts, any of my verbiage, any of my lingo, you will not find me saying, I guarantee anything. Because if I put that in my contract, if I have that in my advertising, if I have that on my website, I will be denied by my state immediately. Because when you apply to be a credit repair, credit repair organization, when you apply to be one of those, a CRO, or CROA, or it depends on what state you're in. But when you apply to be a credit repair organization, they check your website, they check your numbers, like your phone numbers, they check your contract, like I said. And then not only do you have to have a contract, but I also have to tell you how many days you have before you can cancel. Here in Virginia, it's 3 days. When I was in Cali, it was 5 days. So I had to, but you have 3 days to cancel after you sign the contract, right? I cannot charge you until work is done. But okay, we'll go into that a little bit later because there's some things about credit repair I want to explain to y'all and kind of show you like how you'll know whether or not somebody is operating on the up and up. Because I think that, like I said, this girl, I'm almost positive she did the right paperwork because nobody in the news is saying that she didn't file the right paperwork to establish her organization. Have y'all noticed that? They're just saying the way she operated the business was wrong, but nobody is saying that the way that she set it up was fraudulent. I've noticed that. And remember when we were talking about the credit game, how I told y'all that he was able to get his company started, but the way that he ran it was what was fraudulent, right? And when I talked about Credit Repair Cloud hasn't technically, well, okay, they did technically do something wrong, but I kind of explained it in my last live stream. Okay, they provided the vehicle for the credit repair companies to do fraudulent activity. They didn't promote any company to do fraudulent activity, but they provided a vehicle that didn't have the necessary not precautions, but like they didn't have, like, I guess, the necessary setup to ensure that the fraud didn't take place. So that's the violation that Credit Repair Cloud has. It's that they provided the vehicle for the fraudulent activity. Okay. That's what that was about. All right. He white. All right. Maybe there was one in my area. Maybe. There you go. Exactly. So, like I said, this girl got the majority of people that are taking a dump in the morning, looking at their phone, looking with sleep in their eye, or they over there on their lunch break on Instagram or TikTok or wherever. And they saw a cute girl saying some real cool stuff, talking real fast and real slick. She was popping slick on her social media. And people were like, yeah, let me holler at that. Let me holler at that. That's what happened. So that's the whole thing. When you go into the credit repair industry as well, you see that, okay, we go into it already knowing we're going to get a certain type of clientele. Because at the end of the day, 99% of the clients that we take on fail to pay their bills. So we already know on a societal standpoint, those people are looked at in a different, with a different lens. It's our job to clean that lens off a little bit so creditors can see you a little bit more accurately, and they can see the person you are today versus the person that you were 10 or 12 years ago or however many years ago. It's our job to kind of tailor your financial reputation. That's who we are. We're like your PR people almost, you know. And I want to be careful with how I'm saying that, but that's pretty. How have I been talking for 40 minutes already? Holy crap. So that's what we do, right? So you have, like I said, this class of people. Some of them, you know, like I said, they're doing what they do in the morning. They're listening to us in their, you know, in their spare time, whatever. Maybe we are promoting our business and it happens to come across your feed. I'll talk about that maybe in a private group or something. But a lot of these credit people that you see, a lot of these regular people that you see, they're paying to get their videos and their posts in your face. You didn't know that, but they are. Yeah, TikTok, it's like $5. Okay, $5 for me to be right in your face promoting everything. But you think I'm popular. I'm not popular. It's just I paid TikTok to push my content in your face and you're going to eat it up. That's what it is. Now, those people are the ones that, you know, are maybe kind of like this girl out of Texas. All right. Yes, I'm alive. So I will tell you, honestly speaking, like I totally did this. You inspired me to do it because I did get your email today. I just didn't respond. But this, I wanted this to actually be my response to you because I was like, oh my God, like she's so right. I haven't been on, I haven't been online. And I have to tell you, like, not even trying to be funny, but your email totally touched my heart because I was like, oh my God, there's like a person out there that notices that I'm missing. That is so insane because I didn't even realize I was missing off of social media. Like, girl, I'm sitting here, like, I can't turn my camera around because I won't be able to get it. Well, maybe I can, but so I hung up this whiteboard right here. And then I just did that one a few minutes ago. And then I hung up this whiteboard right here. And can I tell y'all, I learned so much hanging up whiteboard. So I learned how to tap on the walls. Yeah, I'm not talking credit right now. I'm talking carpentry. So with the big one that's on the wall over there, I like screwed some nails or whatever into the wall. And it was like, oh shit. The drywall was like super thin, right? Like I was like, I'm using my power drill and I thought I was like doing something, right? And I'm like, you know, pushing it in and then it just goes whoop. And I'm like, oh my God, damn it. Like the drywall had to be super thin. There was no way that that big thing was going to hang up there. So then it dawned on me like, oh, there's probably, what do you call them? Studs. There's studs in the wall. And I'm like, let me just tap this wall and try to find where the hell these studs are because I can't be putting a whole bunch of holes in this wall. This man gonna kill me. So anyway, I have a stud finder, but I wanted to do it the old school way because I have an ex and he's like, you just tap on the wall. You know, you tap on the wall and you figure it out. And I was like, all right, I'm a channel what that young man told me. And I ended up finding the studs by tapping on the wall. Girl, I was feeling myself. But that's what I've been doing this week. So I've been setting up my office. I set up a bookshelf in the corner. Y'all, I had to hammer it. I had to do everything by myself. And that's why I think I'm gonna set up a separate like channel. Because I gotta tell y'all how it feels to be single and have to be doing all this stuff. Bruh, totally wish a man was here to do all this for me, but whatever. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week, Joan. I've been setting up my office and tapping on the walls trying to find the studs. And that one does not have studs. I actually found some drywall anchors. And girl, I'm handy. I didn't realize how handy I actually am. And I be hanging up stuff in my apartment because my apartment is nothing but studs. I'm not going to show you guys, but all the walls in my apartment are actual wood, like wood plank, like sideways wood plank. My entire apartment, except for like this little corner that's drywall, but the rest is just because it's like an old warehouse kind of thing. Yeah, but we moving after the lease is up. All right, back to the topic. My bad. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Even if you come in and pop out, like hit the damn like button. What is wrong with y'all? It's Saturday night. What else you got to do? Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. Came back. You know what I'm saying? Joan inspired me to come back. Least you can do is hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share on your social media, you know? Oh yeah, and hey Matt. Oh, I clicked over that and didn't say nothing. I actually thought about you and Miss Kim today. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are well. All right, cool. We're almost at the end. All right, cool. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I think that this girl honestly pissed somebody off. That's what happened. Because it's a whole bunch of people in this industry that are doing exactly what she did. Doing exactly what she did. And what's so funny is that you guys know I'm doing free consultations right now for 15 minutes. I had a guy call me and I told him straight up, I said, based on what he told me, I was like, bro, you need to go do a identity theft report. Like, what I told him was not fraudulent. He was like, hey, somebody stole my identity. I see shit on my credit report that is not mine. I was like, bro, if it's not yours, somebody stole your identity. Yeah, you need to go file a police report. So that to me is not fraudulent because he did actually have stuff on his credit report that was not his. If the information is not yours, you file a police report. Yeah. Just like, can we have an uncomfortable conversation right now? For those of you that have moms and dads that were broke when you were a baby and they put your name and social on the utility bill or on a credit card or whatever it was. And when you were 18, you discovered that your credit was fudged. Your parents stole your identity. I've had to have that uncomfortable conversation with people, and I tell them, yeah, if you want this, and that gone, unfortunately, you're going to have an uncomfortable conversation with your parents. It is what it is, right? Now, if they do the police report, that's on them. That's not a fraudulent police report because your parents did commit fraud. The thing you have to decide is whether or not you want your parents to go to jail. Or do you want to wait however many years it's going to take for that negative item to clear off your credit report, right? That's something, talk to your pastor about it, talk to your therapist, talk to God, talk to Jesus. Okay? That's what you're going to have to do. Okay? But it's fraud. Your parents committed fraud. Sorry to tell you that. And it does happen in this community a lot. And again, I get a lot of smoke because I tell the truth. Your parents are fraudulent. They used you. Yeah, they used you. Okay. Yes, honey. Okay, well, go ahead and catch the replay. All good. You ain't gonna miss nothing. I'm gonna just be yapping. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, John. Somebody gets it. Somebody gets it. And here's my thing. I hate when people just read headlines because everybody on social media right now is doing a video. Credit repair scams, credit repair scams, credit repair scams. If I pop up with a credit repair scam video, I'm going to tell you how I think it happened, why I think it happened, who I think is trying to cover their ass, and whether or not the person that committed the fraud is in the wrong. Okay, 100% of the time, the person that committed the fraud is in the wrong. However, the person that committed the fraud that went to jail or is in court right now is the fall guy. That's what I need you to understand. They are the fall guy. There are tons of people in the back end or in the process of this, fraudulent scheme. There's a ton of guilty parties here. Okay? There's a ton. However, this one is the face. This young lady, she's the mascot of what happened, but she's not the only person that dropped the ball. She's not. Okay? The credit repair or the credit what am I trying to say here? The credit reporting agencies dropped the ball because they are supposed to notice, they're supposed to pick up on if the same type of dispute is coming through, the same type of identity information is coming through, the same type of fraudulent report is coming through. Okay? Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, 100,000 other credit reporting agencies that she could have reported to. However, each one of these companies has a department that looks at this stuff. How did they not catch that there were redundancies? How did they not catch that this information was being repeated time after time after time? How did they not know that the same damn police officer's signature was on all of these reports? Okay? Yes, I'm talking from the diaphragm right now because it's like, yo, she's the mascot of this. She's the fall guy. I am not saying what she did was right. I'm just saying that it sucks because she was the most public figure in this because her face was on social media advertising, but she is not the person that dropped the ball. If all of these organizations are conducting business the way that they're supposed to, why didn't they catch her sooner? Why didn't they catch her before $3.3 million? Okay. So you mean to tell me that after $3.3 million is scammed, if that happened, everybody dropped the ball. You mean to tell me that you still believe in your head, not you guys watching because you're smarter than that, but people seriously believe, oh, she's the scammer and these collection agencies didn't do anything wrong. These collection agencies were on the up and up completely. No. Okay. The credit reporting agencies know collectors be messing up. That's why sometimes they don't even fight. That's why they take it off automatically and don't even fight because they know collection agencies are scammers. Okay. So everybody in the chain of command here is doing scams. And don't get me started on police officers. Now, I have police officers in my family. I love police. Okay. Haven't been pulled over out here one time, knock on plywood or whatever the hell this is. Right. Haven't been pulled over at all. Now, I did get pulled over a bunch of times driving from California to Virginia. We'll talk about that on another live stream. But the thing is this. Police officers half the time don't even file police reports accurately. Because remember, a police officer's police report is from their perspective. Okay? So there's too many people in this chain of command that could have made mistakes. All right. So the Houston girl is just the fall guy. Moving on. Girl, no, I didn't. Oh, and look, we gotta. Okay, I'm gonna just say this and move on. Grad and final stud. You can't say stud these days without people getting the wrong idea. Because if you say stud, they're gonna think like, oh yeah, Credit Solutions likes chicks. I don't like chicks. I like dudes. I love men. Men are the shit. Ugh. Okay. So no, when she says stud, she means stud circa 1980, when stud actually meant a man, a hot man. All right. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to move on because this is a credit channel. But yeah, Credit Solutionist likes the men's. You got to find the stud. Now I did find that. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about the studs in the wall. Studs in the wall and studs as men. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the mother studs. You know what the studs I'm talking about. Yay. I love being trolled. Okay. Yeah, he does actually have really great content. He was on there yesterday cutting up with some dude that had a lot of good commentary, by the way. I need to know if that man got a brother because he was spitting some facts like big time. All right, I'm at the bottom of the comments. All right, you can't simply prove that you weren't old enough to enter into a contract. No, you can't do that because here's the thing, Alex. Okay, so let's say I send in the birth certificate, right? And say, oh, hey, Experian or whomever, this is my birth certificate right here. They're going to kick it back and they're going to be like, and what's your point? Like, so what? Right? So their job is not to actually enforce the law. Their job is just to check the accuracy of what's being reported. That's the credit reporting agency's only job. And what they use is this system called e-Oscar. So when documentation comes into their system from a creditor, a collection agency, or whatever, they basically kind of make a stamp on it and they take whatever that company is telling them. So anything that you, so it's kind of like what do you call it? It's like a mint. Like they make a mint of the information. It's not really a mint, but I'm just kind of trying to make it make sense. So they make a mint. It's like a permanent impression of whatever the information is that they got from the creditor or the collection agency. So anything that you send in after that, they're going to, pretty much compare what you sent in against what the organization or the creditor or the collection agency sent in. If what you sent in doesn't match, they're going to say to you, sorry, what they told us is accurate. And that's what they're weighing it against. The misconception a lot of clients or a lot of consumers have is you actually think that the credit bureau is reaching out to the creditor or the collection agency and actually asking real questions. They don't ask them anything. Whatever the information is that was stamped into eOscar when that account hit the credit bureau, that is the basis of what the credit bureau is like comparing your information to. They don't even reach out to the other company. Or if they do reach out, they say, hey, is this accurate? And then the company just bounces back and says, yes, look at the record we sent you. Yes, it's accurate. And that's it. The credit repair or credit, I keep saying credit repair. The credit reporting agency doesn't really go in depth like y'all think they do. And that's why I said, old girl in Texas is the fall guy, because the credit reporting agency is supposed to be doing a little bit more than what they did with all of these accounts that got this girl 3.3 million. The credit repair or credit organizations, credit reporting agencies, what they should have been doing is literally having a physical person reach out to each one of these companies to verify what was being reported. They should have requested documentation on what was being reported. They should have requested so much data. But because there's so many disputes that come in on a regular basis, and there's so many, like thousands of collection agencies that exist, on top of 1,000, credit reporting agencies that exist as well. Not just the big three. There's a ton that exist that are actually keeping you guys from getting credit. Because there's so much of that going on and so many different entities reporting, the main three credit reporting agencies don't have the manpower to go and thoroughly investigate every single dispute that comes through. They can't do it. So I get what you're saying. And you're making complete sense when you say, can't you simply prove you weren't old enough to enter a contract? See, you're approaching it like a logical person. But what you're forgetting is that when you go into anything that's government regulated, anything that has to do with billions of dollars, anything that has to do with consumers, and whether or not they're going to owe a company money, logic goes out the window. So sadly, you're too smart for the industry. And I'm saying that as a compliment. You're much too smart for this industry. And if the girl that's in Houston or wherever she's at, so I'm trying not to say her name, but if she's smart enough, which she probably is, if she had $3.3 million, she's going to get counsel that's going to be able to go back and look into all of this. Old girl's still going to do some jail time. She's either going to do some jail time or she's going to get probation or something. Because it's white collar crime. She didn't do anything that's like, well, yeah, the police report thing, yeah, but the rest of it's white collar stuff. But yeah, your comment is stellar. Unfortunately, when you get into finance, common sense doesn't work. Look at the Black Lives Matter tax return. You'll see common sense ain't common. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, I never knew stuff. You're not old, John. You're not old. It's just that right now we're in the inverse. What meant something when you were a kid totally means something different now because they're messing with our minds. But my alien tribe is here. We're not talking about that tonight. But yes, there's a lot of words that meant something when I was a kid even, and they don't mean the same thing today. And I'm highly offended by that. But okay, whatever. But yeah, I found my studs in the wall, guys. I did my tap, tap, tap. All right. That's what I did. Okay. Damn, y'all, I ain't even hit page 1 of my damn outline. Why am I like this? But at least I want y'all to understand there is no certification in credit repair. So when you go to somebody's website and they say they're certified, it's beautiful. There are some very educated people in this credit repair industry, some that I have been trained by, some that I have spent thousands of dollars with, and these people know their stuff. But I'm just saying that their certification, it's nice to be certified, but it doesn't mean anything. Like this young lady, if she goes in there and says, I'm a certified credit repair agent, the judge is going to be like, and what's your point? What's your point? Like I said, y'all didn't know I used to do makeup. Who cares? But if I go into maybe Paramount Studios, they might care. They're really not going to care. They're going to want to know what kind of work I did. They're not going to care about my certifications in makeup artistry, you know? Anyway, so about this gal, the young lady knew what she was doing. I've heard some people say that, oh, she didn't really know and da 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 da. Yes, she did. She knew what she was doing. And here's how I know. The reason I know that she knew what she was doing is because there's too many people out here in these social media streets actually telling you fraudulent information publicly. Like they're telling you this stuff publicly, and nobody's really out there to squash that information or to check them and say, hey, what you're doing is actually illegal. Because the way that it works is when somebody's telling you something that sounds so good, you don't care if it's illegal or not. You're going to go ahead and do it. Right. I know some people, I'm not going to name no names, but I do know people that are currently filing certain documents for people, getting them substantial refunds. And the stuff that they're putting on those documents is absolutely fraudulent. Right. But here's where that person is covered. The person that signs the documents and says everything is accurate, which is the client, is complicit in that fraudulent activity. I didn't want to go into that. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that because I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus. So the thing is, the girl knew what she was doing. She learned this tactic. She didn't learn this from YouTube. She didn't learn it from Instagram. She didn't learn it from Facebook. She learned this from paying somebody thousands of dollars in a class, in a course. She learned this behind a paywall, and then she took it and she ran with it. Because the way it was executed, essentially, like in a nutshell, she had a client who she filed a police report, because the lady actually did have identity theft. And that's why a lot of the stuff was on her credit report. So the lady, she told the lady, file a police report, which is totally legit. It's legal. You can do that if it's really identity theft. And what this young lady then did that owned the credit repair business, she made copies of that police report. And then basically I'm guessing she edited the names off of it and just used it as a template for the rest of her clients. That's how she was able to do what's called a clean sweep. So let's talk about that for a little bit, right? So essentially what she did, she found a method that worked. She probably ran it by her credit gurus that she learned the game from, right? Because a lot of these gurus gross millions of dollars to teach illegal game. Now, whether people do it or not is a whole different thing. But I'm almost positive she checked in with one of her gurus that she paid and said, hey, is this what you're talking about? Is this what I should be doing? And that guru probably told her, yeah, go ahead and do it, sis. Ain't nobody gonna catch you. Yeah. And the only reason that I know that is because when I go, like I've been to a couple of credit industry events and stuff like that. And there's some really big heavy hitters that go to these things. And when you talk to them in person, some of them, I'm not saying everybody, but when you talk to some of them in person, you get the sense like, you're not on the up and up. Like, dude, you're not like, you're doing some mess. Like this shit don't sound right. Like you could totally tell when somebody's not doing stuff on the up and up. And it's like, it's not your job to put them on blast in that moment. It's just your job to say, okay, that doesn't sound right. And I'm gonna just move on. No, I'm not going to actually come to your master class. I'm not going to do that actually. Right. So with this young lady, I do believe she knew what she was doing. She checked with whoever trained her and then kept moving on because the person that probably trained her is a person that was making a lot of money. Because I'll tell you, at some of these events, like they'll have people pull in their really expensive cars. Like they'll literally have the car, they'll pull in like a Lamborghini or something like that, and they'll sit it right next to the stage. So you're sitting there with all these people that are like just starting in the industry, yada, yada, yada. And you're looking at this beautiful car. And y'all know I love a sports car. like, like my sports car is kind of on the economy side. You know, I got my little Mustang. But I had a whole bunch of dudes, by the way, stop me today and be like, I like your car. Thank you. Get away. But it's like I could see somebody being turned on by that because I'm turned on by cars. I love cars. I love beautiful cars, you know? And a car doesn't have to be a gazillion dollars for me to appreciate it. I like sports cars. I like muscle cars. Like you could like, okay, if you had like a white Challenger, oh my God. Can we get married today? Only if you're a man. But yeah, like a Dodge Challenger. Oh my God, that car is like, oh God, that car is everything. And so I can understand the appeal, right? I'm not a Lamborghini person. I don't like Lamborghinis. I like I said, American muscle cars. That's my thing. And this is what these people do. So you have people sitting there saying, okay, well, all you have to do is XYZ and you could be a millionaire like me. But the millionaire is not telling you every facet of what they do. They're not telling you everything. I told you guys 3 weeks ago, your average credit repair company literally makes between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. 5,000 is on the good side, right? Because here's the thing, if you really gave credit repair your all as a business, you could make so much money legally because like I said, your state like clears you to do this. So stop saying it's fraud, bro. Like it's not fraud. People got to get cleared to do this crap. Now what they do after is up to them, but it is also up to the state to check these people. The state, they don't have state representatives or whomever, people from the Department of Justice from all the 50 states except for Georgia. But they don't have everybody, sitting in those rooms at those conferences, checking everybody and making sure that they're doing stuff correctly. This is why I told you more than one entity in this chain of command has dropped the ball. But the Houston girl or wherever she's from, she is the fall guy. That is what it is because maybe they need to infiltrate some of these places. I told you guys the credit game, he got caught because somebody from one of the government entities actually was able to come in. They were a what do you call them? A mole. A mole got Mike. That's how he got. A mole came in and he unfortunately committed fraud with this person. It's just like the stings for prostitution where they get people. It's the same thing, right? Now Mike may hit him back with entrapment. I don't know. We'll see what he does. But Mike ain't gonna do no jail time. I already told y'all. He has a lot of money. Some of the lawyers that he has are like some of the best in the industry, apparently, from what I've heard and what I've read. So he ain't gonna do no jail time. Mike ain't doing no jail time. This chick, I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll see. Because if she had 3.3 milli, my guess is that they haven't frozen her assets yet because I haven't heard anything about it. So I don't think her assets are frozen yet. But we'll see. Who knows? But the point was she knew what she was doing. Now, like I said, the mechanism that she used on the surface, it sounds good, but I have a strong feeling she didn't tell her clients that this is what she was doing. But this is where some of the responsibility does fall on the client. Because I think last time we had our live stream, I told you guys, or maybe I told you in my head, I don't know. But if you go to a company that says we can do a clean sweep, really think about that. You made all of these mistakes on your credit report, and I'm literally telling you that I could delete everything. As a client, you should be like, hey, Vic, that's too good to be true. How do you do it? At least ask me that, Because sometimes I'll be sitting on the line with a client and I'm just like, bruh, you ain't got no more questions. Like, you need to be asking me questions, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, I'll literally linger to see if you're going to ask me something else. Because I'm just like, how are people so ready to just sign up and not ask questions, right? Um, but this is what happens here because a lot of people that want credit repair, they're in desperate, it's just, it's desperation. So anyway, like I said, the mechanisms this girl used, it was legal when she did it with the first client, but it wasn't when she kept on doing it. Okay. So filing a police report is absolutely like completely illegal. So she's going to do some kind of jail time. They say she can do anywhere between 5 to 99 years. That to me is a ridiculous time frame. I don't even think that she's going to do 5. If she does, I think it'll just be for the police report thing. I think that's just about it. Like, I don't think that there's anything else that's going to happen there, because if the government and the powers that be go through every chain of command here and they go through all of the collection agencies documents, all of the creditors documents, all of the complaints that were probably filed with the CFPB or all of the disputes that went through whatever bureaus this girl disputed with, if they go through all of that documentation, here's the thing. Like I said, not only is the credit repair company liable, but so are the bureaus because they didn't do their job and they just deleted everything. So do you understand? If this gal goes to jail, so many other people are going to have to pay. But do you think anybody on social media is going to cover, yeah, Experian got found guilty of ignoring and not, thoroughly reviewing any credit disputes? Do you think somebody's really going to do a video about that? No, because it's more sensational to throw some girl's face up there and say we're all scammers. It's easier to do that. So you could get your AdSense and you can do whatever you want to do with Google. That's what that's about. Okay. Because like I said, nobody's even thinking about this deeper. Nobody. Like, well, maybe like 1 or 2 people. I've listened to some smart people and I'm like, even people that aren't even in credit that have covered this, I'm like, okay, they get it. They see it a little bit deeper. Okay, cool. But your average person, yeah, man, you can fix your credit yourself. Don't even pay nobody. Don't pay nobody. The disrespect is so real out here. The disrespect is so real. How many of y'all change your own oil? How many of y'all represent yourself in court? How many services do you actually partake in that you could do yourself, but you choose not to? You choose to pay somebody. Damn it, now I feel like I'm talking at y'all. But what I'm saying is, like, don't be talking about credit repair is a scam and it's illegal and you shouldn't pay for it. When at the end of the day, if the company's providing a service that you don't want to do yourself, guess what? You're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. You don't want to get under your car and have oil fall all over your face. So you take your car to the oil change place, whatever the hell they call it in your state, because you don't want to do it yourself, right? If you got to go to court, 9 times out of 10, you hiring an attorney because you don't want to go in there pro se. You don't want to do that. You don't want to represent yourself. So you pay a lawyer. Where am I wrong? Where am I wrong? Right? You pay for that service because you don't want to do it yourself. Credit repair is a service of convenience. We are a convenience-based service. We do it because you don't want to. Okay? There's a document called an information statement. And it's in addition to like your contract and stuff when you sign up with the company. So if you sign up with the company itself, you're supposed to get a contract. And in most states, I think they have the information statement. So there's a few attachments that you have to have. It's like the contract, the information statement, notice to cancel. And then there's a lot of disclaimers that you have to tell the client and blah, blah, blah. Now, in your information statement and in your contract, you literally have to state documentation, or not documentation, but you have to like actually put verbiage, right, from the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And in that, you have to tell your client, hey, you can do this yourself. There's nonprofit organizations you can go to. Matter of fact, here's an 800 number. Call this number. We talked about this on my last live stream a couple of weeks ago. You have to tell them, if you request your credit report within 30 days of being denied, the credit repair or the credit, y'all, why do I keep calling them credit repair? The credit bureau has to send you a credit report for free. If you wait 60 days, you have to pay like $8 or a nominal fee to get your credit report, right? Now that's a little different now because they're giving them to you guys for free because of COVID and stuff. But there are certain disclaimers that you have to put into the report, right? Or into the contract. And then that verbiage, you have to then take that, snapshot it, and put it into the information statement. And then you have to provide the state proof, not necessarily proof that the person signed it, but you have to show them proof of what your procedure is from having that person sign the contract to having them sign the information statement. And you have to show them what your procedure is to prove that the client has seen both of those documents in order to enter into that contract with you. I only like talking about this stuff because I love contracts, but there's a lot of stuff here that has to go in. And then, not only do you have to tell them what the stipulations are for cancellation within your contract, you also have to give them a sheet of paper that says, that actually allows them to cancel. So there's a lot of different things that you have to do. So that's why I tell people, like, okay, if you work with me right now, I'm literally just a consultant with you. Because the thing is, until we get our certification back from the state, I'm not going to sit over here and be like, yeah, we're doing all this. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Like, no. So let's cover that part of this as well, because I feel like some people get kind of confused about that too. Let's talk about, what's my timing? Let's talk about what credit repair is and what credit repair isn't. Oh my God, 1 hour and 16. Jesus Christ. Wait, I shouldn't have said Jesus Christ. My bad. All right. Let me cover these comments and I'm gonna go deep. I feel like a spirit is in the room. It's really easy to rent a car for the day. Look, and what's that company, John? Carvana. They're now getting like investigated because I guess they're allowing people to buy stolen cars. How stupid is that? Yeah, the car is totally bait. Okay, and okay, let's go back to this one. So y'all know, look, I'll be trying to talk about California like I hate it. I don't hate California. California is my heart. Like, I grew up there. I was born there, for Christ's sakes. California is my jam. It just sucks that politically I don't stand with California anymore, right? I haven't for years, right? And I didn't know the solution. The solution was to get up and leave. So the thing, though, that I love about California is that you can go to California and essentially be whoever you want to be, right? Being broke in California actually is cool. People respect you if you go to California and you're in a, $3,000 studio apartment, but you're eating ramen every day. People give you mad respect for that, which is stupid, but whatever. And the thing I love about it is that there's a certain allure that certain parts of Los Angeles just have. And ever since I was a young person, I wanted to live there. Okay, I always wanted to live in LA. I wanted to be in Hollywood or downtown LA or by the beach. Those are my 3 places, right? I just happened to end up in Hollywood and I love it. I absolutely love it. But the one thing I don't like about it, other than the tents, and I'm not going to get political, but there's a lot of things about that part of town that I don't like. But the main thing that I learned when I was there is that everybody's fronting. Everybody's fronting. And here I am really trying to be like a 6-figure earner in this part of town where people that appear to be 6-figure earners aren't. None of them are. I remember seeing this guy from YouTube And he did this video that went viral about how he pays like $1,500 for his apartment. And when I looked at it, he like panned the video. Just let me go off on this story real fast. But he panned the video. Y'all, I saw my apartment across the street from the window. I'm like, bruh, you not paying $1,500 for that whole apartment. It was like an upstairs, downstairs, had these big old beautiful panel windows, bro, or panoramic windows. I'm like, bruh, you're not paying $1,500 for that apartment. You paying $1,500 for a bedroom in that apartment. Who else do you live with, sir? So you know me being a hater, I had to comment. I was like, sir, you live right across the street from me. I know you're not paying $1,500 for that apartment. You're paying for a bedroom. Come correct. I know where you live. I know your address because damn it, I saw my window. So I learned so fast. Everybody in Hollywood be fronting. It's a reason, Wesley Snipes, Lauryn Hill, whoever. There's a reason that they evade their taxes. It's expensive to act like you got money. So to touch on John's point here, I used to see so many Lamborghinis, Porsches, all kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew people that owned those shits. Like they owned them. But the number of those cars that you see driving up and down Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard, all those cars that you see, you start to put two and two together because there's also a ton of Lamborghini and luxury car rental places on every corner in Hollywood. Now, some of them are hidden over in Burbank. A lot of y'all don't know about Burbank. Burbank is like Hollywood 2.0. It's like the subdued version of Hollywood. It's where all the clean people are, where the people that really have money. That's where they are. They're in Burbank. They're in Studio City. They're over in the hills. Okay. Yeah. People in Hollywood. Yeah. Unless you in Mount Olympus, you ain't got no money. So when I live there, I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? You can rent a Lamborghini for $1,500 a day. And I only know that because before I bought my Mustang, I wanted to rent it before I purchased because I'm like, I want to know what this car drives like. And I want to, drive it up and down the coast, whatever. So I did that. And when I was at this place, I'm like, holy shit, y'all got Lamborghinis and all kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Social media people, they rent those all the time. Hollywood stars, yeah, they rent them all the time. I'm like, oh my God, what has my life been? You mean I've been striving for this whole shit and all these people are doing, half of them don't even have cars, but they rent these cars, right? So anytime you see somebody like flashing a car on social media, be that hater in the comments and just be like, hey, where's your, can I see your vehicle registration? Because they're selling this crazy image to people and it's like, oh my God, like, oh man. Because like, okay, listen, I understand the car that I drive is not the most expensive car in the world, but I did buy my car with marketing in mind. I did. I'm not gonna lie, because the amount of times people stop me and say, man, your car is dope. And I'll be looking at them like, this shit is a four banger, right? This shit is a 4-cylinder. It just has a turbo engine. Like, homie, are you serious? And they look at me like, oh, that's a tight ass car. And I'm like, homie, my insurance payment is like the same as a damn Toyota Corolla. Homie, I was smart with mine. I'm like, nah, I need the car to look a certain way. But as far as cost, yeah, no. And it's so funny because I decided to do that after I saw what people were doing in Hollywood. So yeah. So I just told on myself. So yeah, my Mustang is a 4-banger, y'all. It's not a because people assume it's a 6-cylinder actually, and then just because of my license plate and just the way the car looks, they actually think it's a V8, but it's not, because I wasn't going to pay the V8 price for that car, and then number two, like I said, the insurance cost is ridiculous. So yeah, my car is a 4-cylinder with a turbo engine, but I think it has like over 300 something horsepower, or like 280. Oh, I guess. Oh, let me look now. Damn it! Now I gotta look because I done told on myself. But I'm gonna tell y'all what my car has for the horsepower. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I know y'all like talk about credit. Shut up about your car. Hold up. That can't be right. That's gotta be they over here giving me GT numbers. Okay. Oh, so I wasn't lying. Okay. So I got a 2019 Ford Mustang EcoBoost. So it has 310 horsepower. So don't get it twisted. My car is fast. That shit it'd be going. And I'm actually debating on I want to get a what do they call it? Exhaust delete or whatever. So I want to do a lot of stuff to that car. So, but like I said, when I talk to people that are like car enthusiasts, they're like, why would you do all that? It's just a 4-cylinder. Why would you do that? Well, because I'm going to have it until the end of time. I'm probably not going to trade that car in or get rid of it ever. Because it looks so much better. Have you guys seen like the 2022? That car looks like a piece of shit. Anyway, you guys don't care about Mustangs, but yeah, so 310 horsepower. And let me share the screen because y'all ain't gonna believe me, and then we're gonna get back into credit. All right, just let me do this. Humor me. This is why I need a personal page because y'all don't be wanting to hear this stuff. All right, you see it there. All right, I put 2019 EcoBoost horsepower 310. So I don't ever want to hear somebody say that my car is whack. All right, leave me alone. But yeah, it has like all these cool like gear shifts and stuff. So you could do it, what is it, like track, sport, and then it's a 10-speed automatic. So you can go automatic or you can go manual for the transmission. So I love that car. The only thing is they require premium in the gas tank, which is kind of weird. But I notice if I put 87, I lose out on like 50 to 70 miles per gallon. Or not per gallon, but per full tank of gas. But anyway, if you guys ever want to do something like that, like I said, I'm always looking at how to live life cheaply. So love my car, but I went the cheapest route. So you ever want a sports car, definitely check with the manufacturer or the dealership to see if there's a cheaper option that kind of looks like the thing that you want, but it's going to be more economically, it's just going to be smarter economically for you to purchase the cheaper version. And Ford doesn't make V6s anymore for the Mustang. It's either a V8 or a 4 with a turbo engine. So little car knowledge for you guys. I'm actually looking for a car club to join out here. So we'll see if it happens. It'll be my first one ever. So that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, they did use the car as bait. That's another reason that Mike the Credit Game was so popular, because he had a Lambo package. And I'm not going to show his video here, but pretty much the intro for all of his videos was his Lamborghini. That was what he did. Y'all don't give a shit about my Mustang. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put it in videos, but it's fantastic when I'm driving down the street and then talk to people about what I do. It definitely gets attention. But yeah, so I said all this to say, this is what I learned living in Hollywood. And everything you see, you guys are smart, so you know this already, but everything you see is a facade. Like, it's not what you think it is, right? Like, if I could be real with y'all, like, I learned a lot being a makeup artist too, right? Like when I was a makeup artist, like fucking eons ago, I look completely different. Like, that's the thing I want to be very clear about too. And the people that would come in to get their makeup done, their energy would be so different. And when you started to do their makeup, and by the time they left, they would literally be like a whole different person. Like, makeup is a vibe, right? Makeup, wigs, all that, lashes, it's a vibe. Like, if I come on here really made up like I want to be, because look at my thumbnail for my channel. That's how I look when I want to do business. That's how I look when I want to do business, right? Makeup, everything is on, dress, everything. But here I'm talking to my tribe. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? My bad. But it's a vibe, right? So now I guess that was kind of my love-hate relationship with Hollywood. Well, thank you guys for listening, by the way. But that was my love-hate relationship with Hollywood. It was like I loved that you could walk outside your door any day and just be whoever you wanted to be. Right. Like if I didn't want to like talk to anybody, I could go out looking like this. If I walked out and I knew that maybe I wanted to talk to a certain person, talk to certain people, maybe I want to conduct some business or like talk to people about what I do, there's a certain look that you have to have as well. You know, you have to drive a certain thing. You know, I told you guys I belonged to a country club when I was in LA. And I could not drive up to that country club or that business association with a certain vehicle because I had a couple of cars at the time. And I'm like, I can't go in there with this car that I really want to drive. I got to drive this one over here. It's just so that part, I don't know why, but I like that because it's like you could be who you want to be or at least give the image of who you want to be. But on the other side, it's like when I see people that look a certain way, now I know that that is not really that person. So if I saw this young girl that's on social media and pretty much any credit repair person that I have not touched or worked with personally or been in one of their courses or classes. So like I said, I'm not talking about those people, but the people that I see there that are a little too flashy, it's like, nah, bro, that's not you. You're not conducting business like that. You probably working in the basement somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you're something ain't right about what you're saying. Right. So living in Hollywood kind of gave me that perspective where it's like, oh, I could kind of see it, you know? And that's why I said I don't try to be fancy with y'all. Like I'm not going to get on here and be like, yeah, look at my Lambo. Look at this. Look at that. I could. I could absolutely rent a sports car. Like I could do that. I could drive up to DC and show you guys a whole bunch of shit and just do a whole bunch of promo. I could do that, but I don't. One, I'm too tired to do that. Like, I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm fucking tired. I don't want to do that. Either I come on here and you trust what I'm saying and you sign the freaking paperwork and we get to work, or you want to go to somebody like the girl in Texas, right? That's the choice you have. That is the choice you have. So y'all got to start figuring out, do you want to fall in love with the image and do you want to buy the image or do you want to buy the skill? Right? So this girl was able to get 3.3 mil because she was able to sell people because she talked real fast. She was real slick with it. She was Hollywood. She was Hollywood. They're not going through all that. Damn it, I was talking too much. Now I don't even know what you're referring to, but maybe you're talking about the car situation. But yeah, like, and just on a real note, and I keep saying I'm gonna start this other channel. It's like, man, I don't know if I want to be associated with being too real online, man, because like people come after you when you're too real on these internet streets. But it's just a lot of fake stuff going on right now that I see, and I'm just like, damn, because you could spot it kind of quickly when you're in certain industries and stuff, and you're just like, damn, bro, like that's marketing. And then you see people falling for it, and you're like, ah, dude, you don't want to do that. Like, you don't want to do that. Don't sign up with that person. Like, I could have told y'all, don't sign up with her. Like, I could have told some people, like, hey, bro, don't click that link. Don't click that link. But they still would have did it anyway because the girl was a slick ass talker. All right, the bureaus will probably just fire a few people. Listen, you know, see, look, Alex, I'm assuming you're a chick because of your beautiful pictures, but because of your flowers there. But like I said, you are too sensible for this conversation. Like you're too smart. That's the thing. It's like you're coming at it from a common sense standpoint. And I got to tell you, when people need something, they are not looking at from a common sense perspective. I have literally canceled consultation calls because people say I need this deleted in 30 days. I'm like, I'm not the person for you. I love you. Thank you for checking out the video. Thank you for downloading the 90-day rapid repair mini ebook. Thank you. but you're not my client because I can't satisfy your need. So I don't need your money that bad. It's like, come on, bro. Like, I don't need your money. Like, I'd like to have your money. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, but because I got to pay for that. What is it, 93 out here on the East Coast? We got 93 gas. I only had 91 octane in California. Now we got 93, 93, baby. So I'm like, yeah, a 93. I can pay for my 93 octane, baby, with your money. But I don't need it though. That's the point. But yes, you are absolutely right, Alex. If you're still here, that is all that's going to happen. And the sad part is, like I said, this young lady is going to be the fall guy. She is going to be the face of scamming and credit repair. And I'm going to make it racial because I just can. I don't like that it's a black girl because at the end of the day, there are multiple shades of colors in this whole industry that are effing up. But she's going to be the face. It had to be the girl with the extensions and the lashes, the black girl. Had to be her. Now, to add insult to injury, hell, if she was out of Atlanta, that would have just took the cake. I would have just been like, all right, I'm closing up shop. I'm closing everything. Like, I'm done. And like I said, I'm not trying to make it super racial, but it's like, I hate that they're trying to make us the face of credit repair when 99% of the people that get trained in credit repair get trained from people that ain't black. They're not black. They're not black, y'all. But the ones going down, like I said, with the exception, actually, I'm not making an honest statement because Mike is not black, but Mike is a felon, a convicted felon, Mike the Credit Game. And Credit Repair Cloud, they're not run by people of color. It's actually a white guy. A white guy that actually used to work in Hollywood, by the way. He was an announcer. He has a great voice. People buy bag salad for goodness sake. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, if you don't do your own oil changes, if you do not represent yourself when you go to court, if you, what else? I wrote some shit down because I was about to just whoop y'all tonight. Do you file your own taxes? If you don't file your own taxes, you pay somebody to do that, right? It's no different with credit repair. Credit repair is a business and a service of convenience. It is a service of choice. When I went to high school, I went to a high school that was across town. I was not supposed to go to the high school that I went to. I went to what was called a school of choice. I went there and I had to go out of my way to go there. I could have easily went to the high school that literally I could have hopped the fence and went to the high school I was supposed to go to. But I decided to go to a school of choice. I chose to go to that high school. I chose to go a few miles extra to be across town because I didn't want to go to the certain high school because of the stigma that was attached to that high school. I went to a school of choice. Okay. Credit repair is a service of choice. YouTube is a platform of choice. Instagram, all of them. You choose who you want to do business with. That's on you. That's on you. Now, like I said, I have errors and omissions, insurance, and all kinds of stuff because, like I said, you're not going to catch me slipping. All right. And if you catch me slipping, I'm bonded. I'm going to pay for whatever mistakes I make. All right. But like I said, this particular girl, she just, I don't know, she was too money hungry. That's all it was. Mentor Shelly, I think, girl, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you save my number? I know I texted you. Did you? Because I'm gonna text you from that number from now on, not the other one. I call it the burner phone. Hey, Mid by Kimberly, business lady. Exactly. That's all it is. And I don't say you're paying for convenience like you're a lazy bum. I think you should pay for convenience. I think you should, right? Because right now, and Joan can feel me on this, and I don't think my other, I was talking to a subscriber the other day. We just had a consultation, and it was a free one that ended up turning into a paid consultation. And God bless her because she could have ran off and not paid me, but she did. And she paid me for my time. And at the end of the day, it's like sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody and just to talk to somebody or have somebody can perform a business for you or a service for you. Like, okay, a lot of y'all girls, you could laser your own parts, you could wax your own face, you could wax your eyebrows, you could do your nails. Like, I do my own nails. I do my nails. Like I said, I was a makeup artist for a long time. So certain things like hair, makeup, all that, I'm not paying nobody. Because y'all, if you know how to do it, don't be paying nobody. But it's like, if my schedule gets so bogged down that I cannot paint my own nails, and I be doing gel, y'all. I don't be doing no polish. I do gel. So it takes time. If I get to the point where I can't do that anymore, I'm going to pay somebody because it's a service of convenience, right? Um, if I want to pay somebody to straighten my hair, I'm going to do that, right? I have a flat iron, but I'm not going to fucking use it. I just have it just to have it. But these are services of convenience. Instacart, Grubhub, Uber Eats. I can't tell you, like, when I first started my business, I told you guys I used to deliver food because I would work in the daytime and then I would deliver food at night because I was like, how am I going to get this extra money to start this freaking business? And I did that. And when I saw the people, like the kind of people that order food, I'm like, holy shit, there's like people from everywhere. But some people I'd be like, okay, why am I driving a block? I'm at the restaurant over here. Your apartment is like 2 blocks down. Homie, you couldn't have walked over there. You literally paid the convenience fee. You paid for the food, which is marked up, by the way. When you order through the apps, they actually charge you more for the food item versus if you just go into the restaurant. But these people would do that. And I'm like, oh my God, convenience is a thing, you guys. Convenience costs money. So that is what credit repair is. You're not paying for something that I know that you don't know. You're paying for something that I know that you don't care to find out. It's something that you don't want to you don't want to go find the regulation. It's right there on the internet. There's nothing special that I know that you don't know. Now, there might be some software that I use that you don't have access to. That part is true. I will say that part is true. I do have a bit of an edge over the consumer, but it's like like I said, legally, I can't tell you that you can't do it yourself. The state will not clear me if I tell you that. The difference here is Instagram will not take my ad down if I say that. That's the difference here. The state will tell me no, but Instagram won't, right? So that's the issue that we have here. So I just wanted to touch bases with you guys on that and kind of explain to you how this works. I'm almost positive this girl started her company on the up and up, fair and square. I just think that the way she conducted business was crappy. She found a loophole that wasn't a loophole. She found fraud. And she saw that the fraudulent activity got her very fast results. And with credit repair, fast results are the name of the game. And it's not the credit repair company that dictates that. It's the consumer. You guys, and yes, I'm talking to all of y'all now. You dictate how we conduct business, because if you are calling us all the time and saying, I need this now, now, now. Yes, I had 7 years to fix my credit, but now I want you to do it in 30 days. You better do it in 30 days. Credit repair companies that operate fraudulently, they're just trying to meet the demand that you created. They're trying to meet the demand that you're giving them, right? So like I said, everybody's hands are dirty here. It's just unfortunate that this girl, she's she's the fall guy. But like I said, I know it probably will hurt my business in the long run, but I'm never going to lie, and I'm never going to say that I can get you something that I can't. And I'm never going to lie about the time frame that I can get you something. I just can't do it, you know. Hell, even if you date me, I'll be like, hey, look, I can't promise you certain things, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do that, you know. Even as friends, I'd be like, look, I can't promise you I'm gonna call you every week. I love you, but we could talk every couple of months. You know, I make no guarantees is what I'm trying to say. So that's why credit repair suits me, because it's a great industry. I don't have to make any promises. My state backs me up. The federal government backs me up in not having to make you promises. You sign up with me at will, you know. Um, like I said, I'm bonded, have insurances and things like that. So it's like some of us kind of operate where it's like we're not scared, because it's like if something happens, we already have the safeguards in place, right? But we also know that we're not going to commit fraud. So I guess that's the difference here. But thank you guys for hanging out and like listening to me babble. I took you like to Jupiter and back to Earth. Thank you for listening. Yeah, the fronting is absolutely outrageous. Poor Atlanta. Like, I feel like Atlanta is like ground zero for like all scammers, all things scam in America, excuse me. But oddly enough, everybody still wants to go there. Like, I've never had any desire to go to Atlanta. Not to say it's like a bad place, but you ask me like Hollywood versus Atlanta, which is weird. I would choose Hollywood every time. But it's because I'm an LA person. That's what it is. Um no matter where I go in the world, LA is always going to be like in my heart. So it does that to people, which is kind of sad, but I got your text. I don't know if you're in here, sir, but I got your text just now. Cortez Miller. I remember growing up, I had a neighbor named Cortez. I used to want him to date my mama. And you know why? Cortez was young. I was a kid, y'all. I was like 5 or 6 years old. But we used to live in this apartment. I ain't gonna say what city, but what you call it? What's the name? Has a plant over there. Um, uh, what's that fool's name? And I be wanting to call it Sky Zone. Y'all, I do this all the time. What is Elon Musk's company? I want to call it Sky Zone and then Skynet, but that's not what it's called. SpaceX, is that the name of the company, y'all? SpaceX. Yeah. So anyway, we used to live over there where like SpaceX is at, and yeah. My mom had a neighbor named Cortez, and he was buff, and he had a sports car. And in my little 5 or 6 year old mind, I'd be like, oh, I want my mama to date Cortez. He's cool. He was really nice. Friending is everywhere now, especially yeah. Oh my God, yes. And you know what's so funny? Where I live, it's gonna be up and coming. I don't promote like where I live right now because it's not a fancy place. It's a very small town. Like where I live now in the South, it's a very small town. But I know in a couple of years it's gonna blow up and everybody's gonna be down here. For sure, because it's just affordable living. I know everybody's gonna be here. But yeah, fronting is absolutely a thing. Mr. Cortez Miller. Uh God, it just sucks, man. But I'll tell you this one thing too, though. Being like, I'm not a big fish, but being a city person, transitioning over to a small country town is different. Like, I know, like, some of my sensibilities are definitely country like, but also I don't fit in here in a lot of ways because I'm not country. I'm not country at all. But I like to do a lot of stuff country people like to do. But they be knowing I'm not from here. But I don't be fronting. Like I said, that's why I don't think I get as much play on like YouTube as a lot of people because I'm not fancy. I'm not controversial. I'm not fancy. I'm very sterile where I'm like, hey, this is what this is. It's not fancy. It's not beautiful. This is what it is. Okay. This is how you get this removed from your credit report. This is what you need to say. This is the new law that's happening. This is what you need to do to get a Navy federal account. Da 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 da. I'm not going to sit there with all this flashy stuff telling you certain things. I'm just not going to do it because credit in and of itself is not exciting. Like, can I tell you guys, if you saw my video where I told you about how I got a couple of plots of land, okay, I think I'm going to go buy some more as a matter of fact, but I go for cheap land. I don't buy land that's like, I don't buy acres and acres, right? Which I need to start doing, but I don't. So I buy plots of land. In neighborhoods. Now, where I'm looking now, I actually kind of want to buy something kind of in my vicinity because I have a some ideas. But when I buy land, I don't make it a big deal. Like when I finally go out and look at my plots that I bought, I'm going to definitely record it. Like I'm going to share it with you guys, but I'm not going to make it like this big production because it's not exciting. It's like you pay for your land, right? I bought it straight from the county, so pretty sure there's nothing going on with it. I didn't run it through a title company, which I know some real estate people are going to kill me for that, but I didn't run it through a title search. For what? I bought it straight from the county. If the county had taxes, they would have put it on the bill. Okay. So bought everything straight from the county. Got a couple of side-by-side plots of land. And you guys already know, we went through it on the last live stream or video or whatever it was. I showed you how to look through the timeline of the property or the land that you buy to see if a house was ever on it, to see how easy it's going to be to set up shop if you want to get a construction loan. So all that stuff is getting put into place over the next whatever. I have a time frame. We'll talk about it on another video. And I'll actually show you guys how I go through that process. I think I want to put that, like, make it a private thing. But buying land is not exciting. Like, it's not this orgasmic thing that I thought it was going to be, right? It was just, oh, that's it. Like, you just pay for it. And then you either go do a title, run it through with a title company. And then you just wait for your deed. I'm like, that's it. Like, this isn't anything I can freaking put online. I can't put that online. Like, when I got I got some documentation in the mail the other day, and I was like, bro, this is it. This is, they're just, they literally sent me a paid invoice. They're like, here's your land. It's going to take us such and such amount of time to give you the deeds. I'm like, bruh, how can I put this on Instagram or TikTok and make it seem flashy? I can't. And I'm saying all of that to say, these are not exciting things, like even buying a house. Like if I bought an actual house that I was going to live in, I wouldn't put that on social media. I don't want you guys knowing where the hell I live. What the fuck? I wouldn't do that. Like, no. If I have a house out somewhere in some like remote ass part of Virginia, you ain't gonna know. You're not gonna know. I might take a video from my kitchen, but ain't no way I'm gonna show myself driving up to my house and all this other stuff. I'm not doing that, right? It's just not exciting. Maybe I'll feel different, once I start buying actual like homes and things like that. But buying land is not exciting. Right? I'm sure when I build on it, it'll be exciting, but but no, you guys, it's like watching paint dry. And Mentor Shelly, I don't know, are you still here? She probably logged off. But I swear to y'all, like, oh my God. And I'm just sharing that because I want you to understand some of this is not as exciting as people think it is. So when you see these big grandiose like gestures online, stop, like just stop and think, like, would you even want to hang out with that person? Right? Like you probably wouldn't because they're probably a dick. But anyway, all I'm saying is like some things you think are exciting, they're not. You want to drive a Lambo? Okay, cool. Go rent a Lambo. You're going to see really quickly, if you don't know how to drive a stick shift, you ain't driving that thing. If you ain't got a certain amount on your credit card to put down on a deposit, you're not renting that Lambo anyway. They're not even going to let you drive away. Enjoy renting your Kia Rio or whatever. But just certain things, I have a feeling when you dive into them, you see how boring they are. I think for the most part, it's just setting yourself up for whatever future you see for yourself, right? So that's all I'm saying. So I think with these credit repair companies that are flashy, I'm just saying look twice. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not trying to diss anybody. I already told you I'm not dropping her name. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And I kind of feel bad for dropping Mike's name the other night, but I mean, it is what it is. Ain't no future in friends. Stop the cap. Look here. I've been guilty of fronting. I told you I lived in Hollywood, but once I saw how many people were doing it, it was just like, man, I'm just gonna be me. And the one thing I came to realize, and it hit me today actually, when you're out there trying to like promote or like show this image, that's for other people. Like this right here, this is me. Like this is as me as it gets. And I think sometimes when people meet me in a certain area or certain atmosphere, they think I'm going to be something different, and it's just like, nah, dude, I'm boring as hell. Sorry. Either you're going to give me your money or you're not. I'm boring. I'm not here to put on a show. But so you messing with me now. I don't even know if I got it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. So I'm not going to put this guy on blast. Just because, like I said, I'm just going to stop doing that. I'm not name dropping online anymore. But I already told you guys, anytime you see somebody doing this, doing the, you ever play Monopoly? That's what that is. Okay. So, if you ever see that on thumbnails and stuff, zoom in. You're going to see it literally says this is not legal tender. Okay. So don't fall for like stacks of cash and stuff like that. It literally, this is so easy. Like I said, I'm from Hollywood. But yeah, so don't fall for that kind of stuff, you guys. Like, I'm just saying, go with your gut. Like, even if you talk to me on the phone and your gut tells you don't work with me, don't work with me. Hang up the phone. You know what I mean? But I will tell you this, 9 times out of 10, the people that purchase the letters that I sell, it's so funny because the people that purchase the letters that I sell, they try it themselves and they're like, okay. And then they get tired after like round 1 and they end up calling me and they're like, hey, just do it. Just do it for me. Just, fuck it. Just do it for me. And I'm like, okay, I got you. Right. So I give you every opportunity under the sun to do it yourself. I encourage you to do it yourself. That is why my channel exists, so you can attempt to do it yourself. If you get to that point where you don't want to and you say, you know what, I don't want to do this. I'd rather Netflix and chill. I'm kind of tired after work. I don't want to read the FCRA. I don't want to read, the FDCPA. I don't really care what's going on the CFPB website. I don't care. Right? You don't want to do it. You don't want to invest the brain power. That's okay. Like, I'm not telling you that you're wrong for doing that. I'm just saying, don't jump on the bandwagon of people that say that this industry is a scam. I think that it's just disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just because you don't understand something doesn't make it a scam. And to me, it's the bad actors. Those are the ones that make it a scam, right? Like, I'm almost positive that this young lady was running her business on the up and up until she discovered that loophole that wasn't really a loophole. She just started committing fraud. That's all it was. Y'all killing me with texting me while I'm live. Come on now. Y'all got to stop that. I love you guys though. Yeah, so like I said, if you got to go with your gut, and like that's my thing this year too, I'm going with my gut. If like, even as a client, like if I talk to you on the phone and you're doing a free consultation, if I get a weird vibe, like you want too much too soon, I'm not working with you. And whatever, no love lost, catch me on the next live or catch me on the next upload. She's not going to get 99 years. No way. The reason that this is the reason I kind of talked about it before. I'm not sure. Jay, the informant. Oh Lord, you probably from the CFPB. So Jay, the informant, great name, by the way. The reason I don't believe that this girl is going to get 99 years is simply because, like we talked about like an hour ago, there are too many people that dropped the ball in this scenario. Do you know there's only 2 victims in this entire thing. Number 1, the cop whose signature she forged, he's a victim. Absolutely. The second victim is the person who she, the original credit or the original identity theft report. That client who she did it for, fair and square, that's the other victim. Right? So it's the victim whose report got copied a million times, right? And then the police officer. That's it. Everybody else in that process had some due diligence that they had to do, but they didn't do it. And like I said, I know that whatever errors and omissions insurance this girl has and whatever bond she has, I know she didn't have no $3.3 million bond. I know she did. She didn't. So it's like the highest bond you could get, I think is like $100,000. Because I had that when I was operating out of California. So yeah, you have to have, yes, 100. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. I want to say 150 in my gut, but it's 100. So yeah, $100,000. Here in VA it's 50,000, and in some states it's even less than that. So that's why I'm telling y'all, stop believing credit repair is a scam. Go to every state. You could literally look up the regulations for credit repair organizations. Cut it out. Real estate agents do business with us, okay? Brokers do business with us, okay? Stop it. Stop it. I already told y'all where my office is right now. There's a ton of real estate agents, which I didn't realize. And I told you my neighbor is an estate attorney. And then the guy on this other side is, he's another financial kind of person. I'm not trying to put everybody on blast. And then we got a girl across the way that does eyelashes. Y'all, hopefully she ain't here. She might think I'm throwing smoke. But we're all like people that work in finance and stuff. And then this guy works in assets. So if you ever call me, like I had a guy shoot me an email the other day, and he wanted to know if he should put his real estate into a trust and then consolidate or do a HELOC, or should he do it before he puts it in a trust? And I'm like, bro, I could give you some advice on that, but no, talk to the estate attorney that's right next door to me. Talk to him instead, but he is going to charge you, right? So if I don't know something, I'm not going to pretend like I do. I'm going to reach out to the person that I know that is right here on the other side of the studs, and I'm going to have him talk to you. That's what I'm going to do, okay? Because I could have told him something, but hell, I haven't done that myself. I kind of know about it, but I haven't done it. Sorry, I didn't even read the rest of your comment. And y'all be acting like this is like serious time. 4 years and 9 months, who cares? Because listen, we all lost 2 years due to COVID. So let's say your ass got 4 years back in 2019. Shit, we all been in jail since 2020. So we all been in jail for 2 years. So 4 years and 9 months ain't nothing. That's nothing. Because remember, I told you guys the guy that worked at the moving company that took the deceased gentleman's bank information from Truist. And I'll just run through that real fast. But there was a guy that worked at a moving company, and he basically stole all the banking information from a guy's estate account that was an account with Truist. And he essentially took like a little over $100,000. I think it was like $133,000 or something like that. The guy that did that, he was a mover, like the guy that literally picks up your couch and moves it from your house to the truck. This guy did that. Now, how did he do that? Well, he did that because he just got out of jail. Like he did, I think 9 years or something like that for stealing over $4 million from his patrons at his restaurant that he had years before. So this guy was smart. He knew what he was doing, right? He didn't care about doing no damn time. He did his time, and then he came out and did it again. Okay, so he went from being a business owner scamming to then pretending to be a blue collar worker and scamming, even after he went to jail. Time ain't nothing to some of these people. Oh, shoot, he got arrested in a rented Lambo? Because think about it this way. If you're a celebrity, why do you even have to purchase anything anyway? You don't have to purchase anything because they give you stuff for free. Like, I know it's not on the same level, but do you guys know how many emails that I've gotten? I think they're scams, by the way, but I've gotten a ton of emails from companies that say, hey, so-and-so, we have this product that we want you to just hold up in your video and talk about it for 30 minutes and we'll give you money. I'm like, no, you won't. I bet you're out of Istanbul or where are all the scammers at, y'all? What's that one place in India? Not saying Indians are scammers, but I be getting a lot of I get hit up a lot in my email and I'm like, damn, they're messing with me. Yeah. Well, look, Atlanta is a scammer's paradise. And let me not say that Atlanta is a scammer's paradise. Atlanta is the land of milk and honey right now. Because I think a lot of people are moving there because they really think they're about to be something and be somebody. Same with Texas. But yeah, not so much because Texas, I heard Texas is running out of water, just like Arizona. Um, yeah, there was a YouTuber talking about it today. She got a letter from somebody that said that Texas has gotten, they're like not getting as much rain as they're supposed to right now. So they're telling everybody to like stock up on food and stuff. And I won't go too far into that, but like I was in Walmart today because y'all know Walmart is the jam here in the South. And I was like, I look like a Southerner. But Walmart is the jam out here. I was buying so much stuff today and, stuff for the stash or whatever. And people were looking at me stupid. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm buying my rice and beans and all kind of stuff out there. But yeah, in Atlanta, for some reason, people don't believe fat meat is greasy. Like they don't think that they're gonna be caught up. But okay, it's cool. Whatever. You can. I actually went to Turo. Last time I went to Texas, it was when I was trying to decide between Texas and Virginia where I was going to move. When I went to Texas, just a lot of things about Texas turned me off the second time that I went. And one of them was that when I rented this car on Turo, the dude had like a speed meter on the car. I was like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? So anytime it went over 65, it like blinked and like told you that it was you're going too fast. Bruh, if you get on some of them highways in Dallas, Texas, don't tell me I'm driving too fast. I'm actually making people mad because I got to follow the stupid alerts on your truck. Stupid. No, oh shit, I'm way on some old comments. Nah, bro, it's not a 5.0. Every time I tell a dude that, they get so upset. Like, I can see they look so sad and I'm like, "Bro, instead of being sad, you should be super happy because I'm the kind of girl, I'm over here making moves for the future. Yes, my Mustang is a four banger. Don't hate, all right? My Mustang is a four banger. It costs as much as a Corolla to insure versus costing as much as a Mercedes, okay? Because V8s are very expensive to insure. V8s are on average $20,000 to $30,000 more than their four-cylinder and six-cylinder counterparts. And four cylinders just happen to last a little bit longer. Like I had a Scion TC, and I had it literally from the day it was brand new to the day I sold it. I had that car for 14 years. 15 as a matter of fact. I sold it when I was in Hollywood. That was the car that I used to do food delivery with, and my Mustang would sit in the garage. Yeah. I'm cheap, y'all. Don't play with me. Oh. A Porsche Cayman is 2006-ish. It's 30K. Okay, but how long ago was 2006 though? Player, that's 16. Was that 14 years ago? Or 15, 16. Yeah, 16 years ago. Man, that's old as hell. I'm not paying $30,000 for anything that's 16 years old. No way. I don't care if it's a Porsche or not. Porsche 911 around 2002, 40K, lots of miles. All right. Can we have a real moment right now? Ford Mustangs are shit. The resale value on those cars is horrendous. Okay. Like the day I drove it off the lot, I should have punched myself in the face. But the value that I get from that car, honestly speaking, it's just an ego thing for me. So the price I paid for it is well worth the the little kick that I get. And it's a fast car, so I love it. But yeah, the resale value on my car sucks ass. And that's why when I bought it, I knew I was going to keep it forever. Because I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to insult somebody by trying to sell them this car. I could though, because here in the South, everything's overpriced. And used cars are overpriced right now anyway. So Yeah, very unreliable. And then I don't like the rumor, the stigma with Fords where fix or repair daily. Bro, where? What are you talking about? Like, no, American cars are fucking awesome. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. I have not had one issue with that car. However, I did say it's a 2019, 3 years old. If anybody's still here, guess how many miles I have on my car? It's 20, yeah, 2019. And I think I got it at the end of 2018. So my car is old. To me, it's old. But y'all not gonna believe how many miles I got on that car. And I bought it brand new. All right. All those for yeah, they're on the rise. No, Mike is in jail. Or I think Mike might have bailed himself out. But Mike is under wraps right now. I'm actually not sure. I can't make a I don't know exactly where Mike is at. But like I said, Mike has hired the best lawyers in the industry because he has the money to do so. He also still has his Maserati, I believe, and then his wife still has her car as well. So they did not seize all of his assets. They did freeze his bank accounts, but they did not seize all of his assets. Like from what I read in the reports, they have not, I don't think they've taken his house or his cars because the news was actually outside of his office like a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and they saw the Maserati was out there. So except Lexus. Well, yeah, Lexus is a Toyota, so there you go. Right. Just like people, okay, well, I will say one car that's associated with Ford that sucks is probably the Range Rover. Okay. And I honestly wanted to get a Range Rover, not gonna lie. Kind of still want one. Cause like I said, with the miles that I have on my Ford Mustang, I don't think that I would be able to drive a Range Rover around enough to mess it up. But I still think that that car is overpriced for what it is. Because I got in one time and it wasn't comfortable. Like it's very tiny and compact, and the steering wheel is very small. And I'm like, this is a chick car. This is exactly why everybody I see driving a Range Rover is a blonde, a tiny stick figure blonde. And it's not just in LA. Everywhere I've been where I see Range Rovers, you think that car is a man car. It's a girl car. It's like, ugh, gross. As big as the body is, it's like insane. But like I said, give me a Challenger any day, y'all. I'm not hard to please, man. Give me a Dodge Challenger. I'd actually love to have one of those, but it's just not wise. It's just not wise right now. Realness, girl. My realness gets me in trouble. Totally in trouble. Hey, Diamond Dave. You're probably not here anymore because, bro, you be talking and oh my God, you are so good at what you do. I don't know if you're still here, but I just have to tell you, you are like everything. And I feel like we need more people like you on this earth because you have this realness about you where you tell everybody like what's what, okay? And everybody needs a friend like that will literally just tell you straight up what it is. And I love that. And I'm like, whew, I'm here for it. I need somebody to smack me around. Not he doesn't smack people, just so y'all know. Like Diamond Dave does not smack people, but he will give you a verbal smackdown in the sense that he will make you realize how stupid and how crazy your line of thought is. So if you haven't subscribed to him, check him out. Okay. I don't know if he's still here, but I believe you're out of Florida or you're born in Florida, I think. But yeah, this dude right here is the truth. Oh my Lord. Found him through Erica Williams. Y'all be knowing. I drop her name almost every live stream. Yes, thumbs up to live. No. Oh my God. Look, I will tell. Speaking of, see, I was just talking about her, but I will tell you this. Erica's on an entire other planet. Like, you know, those people that you meet that are just ridiculously intelligent. I've never met her, but you know, I've invested money in what she does as far as like her trainings and her classes and stuff. And I got to tell you, some people just have it naturally. She has it naturally. Like it's, I can't even explain what the it is, but for me, I'll be having to sit here and process a thought while I'm on the microphone, like, is that what I want to say? But Erica's she's rapid fire. The girl's very intelligent, or woman, I shouldn't say girl, but she's very intelligent. And it's just like, damn. But that's a compliment right there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But for me, like I said, I can't decide if I want to come on in a baseball cap and shades every day or if I want to wear makeup. I'd be liking to do both. That's the thing. I'm kind of like, I'm still trying to figure that out, but we'll see. Where we at? You can't hide. Nobody can hide. That's the crazy part. Like I told y'all, even the IRS, they're coming for everybody right now. And it's so funny because I feel like them telling people or telling putting the stories in the media like, oh, we're so backed up and da da da, we can't look at all these tax returns. Oh, it's so much. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You sending out notices that people ain't did their taxes. You ain't backed up that much. Come on now. That's just what you tell the people. Yeah, I caught some of what Diamond Dave was doing earlier about this case, and he had some very great points. But like I said, I was planning to go live anyway, so I had to cut out early. But he did have some interesting commentary on this particular case, and I think like the way that he sees things is very it's a very thorough approach. And some of my the way that I see certain things, what I'm finding now is like I do think outside of the box in the sense that I'm not looking at the person that is the front man. Like I look at that person, but I'm always wondering who are the people behind the scenes? Like why are we only focused on this person, this one girl? Like, why are we focused on her? Why are we not focused on who she learned her training from? Why are we not focused on the state that allowed her to do business? Why are we not focused on like the social media companies that allowed her to promote? Why are we not like, where's the accountability here? This girl, I hope she's not the only person that takes the fall for the $3.3 million thing. Because I doubt she did this all by herself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what? I'm done with you, John. I'm done with you. Y'all got so many times. Y'all got so many times to be to be dissing my beautiful American-made sports car. Y'all leave me alone, all right? I love my little EcoBoost. Like I told y'all, I be breaking men's hearts out here. As soon as they find out it's a 4-banger, they be like, I don't think we can get along, sis. I'm like, you know what? I'm all right, it's cool. All right, let's see. See y'all guessing now. All right, 80,000. Nope, way less. Okay, I told you guys 2019. And remember, I bought this car when I was in LA. So you got to think about how LA is structured. I was in Hollywood. So downtown was right there. Beverly Hills was right there. The Valley's like right over there. We talk about Studio City's not a real city, but everybody thinks it is. Or no, Universal City, my bad, not Studio City, Universal City. But yeah, I was like right in the middle of everything. So I never went anywhere, never had to really drive that much. And then I drove the other car, the Scion, because I told you guys, I got that new car just, honestly speaking, I probably should have just put a down payment on a house. I was being ridiculous and I wanted a Mustang. But I would use the Scion to drive everywhere. But the Mustang just sat in the garage. Now it actually sits in the hot sun and gets pooped on, which sucks. But no, not 80,000, way less. 200K, man, Dave, you doing me dirty, brother. You doing me dirty. It's a 2019, man. How am I have to? I can't have 200,000 miles. Look, take away one of those zeros, brother, and you got it. Take away one of them. See, Brandon knows. Because, see, I know how Brandon knows because Brandon lives in North Carolina. He knows what's up. When we drive, I drive places now, but it's not that far. But yeah, I just looked at my speedometer today. I have 21,000 miles. When I first got here, I think I had like 18 or something. So yeah, I probably would do like 5,000 miles on that car every year. That I got it. or since I had it. So yeah, I'm not a big driver. Like I said, everything, all of the socializing or business events I had to go to, I made sure that they were always focused in LA. And you guys know I pretty much do everything from home. This is actually the first business office that I actually have. So now I actually do have to drive every day. But before, like, no, I was doing business out of the house. And that's another thing too, just so you guys know, your state, if your credit repair person is doing business out of their house, the state knows that. Okay, there's nothing illegal about conducting business out of your home. If you are a tax preparer, you understand that. You know that you can absolutely have a room in your house designated for that. It really doesn't matter where you conduct business, as long as you have an address, you have your agent, of service or whatever, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm just so tired of people acting like what we do is a scam. It's just not. It's up to the state if they want to come and check on us. But yeah, 21,000 miles, y'all. That's all I got. And here in Virginia, this is the place that I've put the most miles on my car. I did not actually drive my car here. Y'all can tell I ain't got no kids because I just be talking about cars. But yeah, I didn't drive it here. I actually shipped it here because I was like, nah, my Mustang, I don't want that baby out there. Got my low pro tires. Nah, baby. No, baby. No, 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 no. Drove somebody else's car out here. Yeah, no. Yeah, they're unreliable. You could tell that when you sit in one. But yeah, if you ever want to know what it feels like, or I don't recommend like going to a dealer and test driving, because you just don't know what that car is going to really do. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, like, if you have 150, $200 and there's a car that you want to try, or even get on Turo now, because when I bought this car, I wasn't doing that stuff, but rent the car instead. Like, how comfortable are you really going to be with a salesman in the seat next to you, and you get to drive the car for like 10 minutes? Just rent the damn car, and rent the car from somewhere. Do Turo, do what you do. I would prefer Enterprise or something like that, but rent the car, take it for the weekend and see how you like it, and then buy the car. Okay? I don't believe in the test drive, man. That's bullcrap. Also in Indiana, I don't know what you're talking about. What's saying? Oh, found on road dead. They used to say fix or repair daily in California. That's what they used to say. But we had this thing going in the high school of choice that I went to, that I told you guys about. I had a couple of friends. I didn't get a car till I was like 19, and I got a very reasonable car. I got a Toyota Camry from like 92. But in high school, the two warring cars were the Camaro and the Mustang. So I don't remember the name that they used to say for the Camaro, but they used to call the Mustang a Mustank, like stank. That was pretty funny. But I personally like Thunderbirds and Firebirds when I was in high school. Those were actually still around back then. Is it really? That's crazy. So it's not an American anymore? Shows what I know. Jeez. I gave up on Range Rovers years ago, but I used to always go to the LA Auto Show. Those were pretty fun. All Range Rovers are awful, but they're beautiful. They're like amazing cars though. Like, that's what I'm saying. And like, because I'm not cheap, I'm frugal. And if there's a way to do something cheap, I'll do it that way. But like, if you want to know how a car feels, go to an auto show and sit in the car, right? Just go to the auto show, sit in it, take your time, Nobody's going to shoo you away. Just sit in the car, take your time. Like when I was going to before I got this car, it was between the Challenger. The Challenger was too big. Like, I like big cars, but not that big. Like the Mustang is as big as I can go. And like, I went and I was looking at, cause I was just the biggest Scion fan, and I'm deathly sad that Scion doesn't exist anymore, because those are some very reliable cars, right? Cause like I told you, I got my car when I got it in 05 or 06. I got it in 06. I didn't get rid of it until 2021, and I sold it to a college kid. That was the best feeling ever, you know, because it was her first car and that was my first car too, my first new car. Um, but I wanted to get, I forget the name of it now, but there was like a Scion that was a little sports car looking thing, and they FRS, the Scion FRS, I think is what it was called. And now it's like a Toyota something, but it's a very small car. It almost looks like a Mazda Miata. And you know, I'm a big girl. Like I'm not like Lizzo, but I'm like a big girl, you know, like I'm tall, I'm pretty, you know, hefty. And I'm like, okay, that car is too small. It's cute, but it's too small. Mustang, I'll be squeezing in there, you know, but yeah, anyway. A Ford like literally owes me money as much as I've talked about that car tonight. And thank you for the compliment. I'm not as smart as you, you know, but I'll be trying to hold my own. Hopefully I'm gonna go live more. Cause yeah, I don't know. I didn't even stay on my outline tonight. I tried, but it ain't work. It ain't work. Because like I said, as much as I wanted to throw this young lady under the bus, I couldn't do it. Because I know what she did was wrong. You know, what was it, forgery of a financial instrument and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, yeah, man, I can't do it. I can't do it the way they want me to. I'm not gonna go in on her. Because yeah, she's wrong, but so many other people are wrong in this process. I can't just throw her under. You know, I can't do it. Yeah, he's awesome. Absolutely awesome. 25K. Yeah, I already told you guys 21,000. So thank you guys. All right, cool. Yes. Scion is a Toyota. So I don't know why they got rid of it. I didn't even look into it after that happened. Like I said, I was just bummed because for an 06 to last until 2021, I think is highly impressive. I don't think that people give Toyota and their subsidiaries, like I don't think that they give them the credit that they deserve. No pun intended, but I don't think that they give them the credit that they deserve. Those are amazing cars. And I was actually a little conflicted to go American after having that car for so long, because like I said, my first car was a Camry, my second car was a Scion. So I was Toyota through and through, you know. And then the guy I was dating at the time, like I think he had a Monte Carlo or something like that. So he was American doing the Chevy thing. And then I think he ended up getting a Camaro after, and that was before I was into sports cars. I was like, oh, bro, that's a death machine. Like, thanks, but no thanks. We can just drive my car wherever we go because I don't want to sit in that thing. That was a beautiful car though. But the only thing I didn't like about the Camaro is like when you sit in it, because I'm like 5'7.5", so my head would touch the top of the car. So that's like the one edge that they have, or the one thing that Ford has over them is that like they have more headspace, and I need that because I have a big head. So it's like, you know, and I like to see over the hood. That's my thing. But anyway, let me make sure I hit every point here. I was going to tell you guys how credit reports are like snowflakes, but I feel like it just doesn't fit tonight after everything that I talked about. But like I said, my point is, whenever you see somebody online that is too flashy, sometimes it is too good to be true. Okay. I wanted to also touch on another industry that I was in that dealt with a whole lot of fraud. And I guess I could just do that. We'll close it out with that. The reason that I was a little bothered just by the nationality, because I really don't know what this girl is. I would almost venture she's one of those Black people that said she got Indian up in her blood, just based on how she looked. But for the purposes of this live, we're going to say she's Black. So here's the thing that I don't like about this. Fraud is everywhere, and fraud comes in every color. Okay. If you look back, I'm going to just talk about this loosely, but if you look back at those companies, I think it was like China that came in and like went into like dual partnerships with like zombie companies that were here, and some of them were in California, but like zombie companies that were on the NASDAQ or whatever. Like when you look at stuff like that, that's fraud. Those weren't Black people. Like that was how China pretty much infiltrated the stock market, right? Now, when people look at that, they're not going to call that fraud. It was, but people don't want to call it that. Diamond Dave can probably touch on that a lot better than I can. But when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, okay, why wasn't that really blown up like it should have been? Like it wasn't blown out of proportion like this thing is, right? But when we look at somebody like the girl that's being caught right now, I don't know if it's a color thing. I really don't know. But when we look at Mike, okay, Mike has a stigma because Mike is an ex-felon, right? So it adds the spice and the sauce to the story where it's like, yeah, see, these people are scammers. Look at them. They're ex-criminals and they're doing this and this and that. And then with this girl, it's like, yeah, look at them. Look at them girls over there doing that. Da, 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 da. I feel like they're only picking on certain people to put them on blast. But I want to close out with this story. So some of y'all probably don't know, but oh shoot, somebody came in with with a banger. Hold on. Somebody mentioned this too. Okay, she abused her children too, though. Lock her up. Yeah, there you go. Okay, see, some people are pretty smart that are in this live stream, but like I told y'all, common sense ain't common. So she probably ain't gonna go down for abusing her children. That's probably not gonna be any part of this. They're just gonna get her for credit. They're not gonna get her for the actual corporal punishment towards her children. They're not gonna get her for that. But whole nother conversation. So let's talk about this. So what I'm saying is that fraudsters come in every color. Okay. And this is something that went down that a lot of y'all don't even know about. And it was totally fraud. And I'm just going to put it out there. I never did it, for one, just in case this ever comes back. But I used to work in telecommunications years ago, right? After, when did I start working there? I don't remember. Anyway, I had a bunch of jobs like when I was younger, and went into telecommunications, which is pretty much like, AT&T, wireless, whatever. And when I went in, I was working for Singular. And like I said, I don't remember. I think I was at the post office before that. So I went to the post office, left that job, and then went to AT&T or Singular. So I went to Singular as a customer service representative. That's what happened because they closed the post office that we were working at, the center that we were all working at. So a bunch of us had to find new jobs, right? So this is way back when, early 2000s. And we went into customer service, right, on the phone. So whenever you had an issue with your bill or whatever, you call, you talk to us first, right? Hated that fucking job because people would call in and cuss and get mad and yada, yada, yada. Why is my bill this high? What is this fee right here? Da, 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 da. I don't want to pay for welfare for people that don't have phones, the universal phone program or whatever. So we used to have to deal with that all day. So anyway, long story short, went through a lot of departments at that job. I decided, okay, I don't want to talk to people when they're angry. What can I do to not have to talk to people that are pissed, right? Went into tech support. Tech support was my jam, right? Because no matter what, as soon as people talk to you, they like have so much respect for you because they feel like you're like in a spaceship somewhere, right? You're just on the second floor. That's just where you are. And it was like, okay, this is cool because this was before like text messaging was a thing. Like it was like pulling teeth to get people to actually get text messaging plans. This is where like AT&T and stuff only had like maybe 10 or 20 something messages per month, and you would pay for that. So you had barely anybody was buying this stuff, right? Now I was in like school and stuff during the time of the two-way pager and then the three-way pager, if that kind of gives you an idea of how old I am. So texting was not a thing, right? And especially not for Singular Wireless. So anyway, through the years, this is like right before the iPhone came out. When they established this iPhone, it changed the industry completely. So I went through a couple of departments. I ended up in the store location as a customer service person. This particular position was a cakewalk because we got commission on top of just being there to just help the customer. We didn't have to sell you nothing. We didn't have to do anything. We didn't have the pressure that the salespeople did. So I went like left the phone stuff and then came into a live store. Now, me saying that text messaging was not a thing, this is a major part of the story. So as the iPhone is, getting established, is launching out into the industry, whatever, there were these phones that we had before that and like a few devices. I can't go through all of them, but like BlackBerry was a big thing. And it was hard to get people to purchase text messaging plans and data. And nobody understood why you would want to watch a movie while you're standing in line at the grocery store. This was really a thing, you guys. Like it was so hard to get people to actually understand you're going to need the internet on this device. right? Like you're going to need it someday. Like you're one day you're not going to want to just play Snake on that indestructible Nokia, whatever. One day you're going to need this internet that we're trying to sell you right here. And they're like, we're not lawyers. We don't need that. Those are for the BlackBerry people. Okay. It was hard, y'all. So AT&T Singular, it was Singular at the time, but they were not selling these plans like they wanted to, right? So they were ahead of the game though. Anyway, here's the fraud part. So once the iPhone came out, there was this influx of all of these phones that had like data and these really cool features that you had to get data plans and text messaging and all this kind of stuff. Now you understand this is back when you had to call somebody after 7 p.m. to get free minutes. Like, don't call me at 3 p.m. Call me after 7, player. Like, then we could talk, right? So this is really way back in the day. So nobody was buying these plans. Even after the iPhone came out, people still didn't understand why they would need to text message on this device, right? Like, I know you guys cannot imagine a time like that, but I lived it. I was in it, right? So people had iPhones and still didn't understand why they needed to text. They wanted the iPhone just so they could have a phone that played music. I'm going somewhere with this. So I had a friend that used to work with me in the call center, and we actually worked at the post office together. And she was interesting. She was a white girl, very white, like lily white. This ain't no like white girl that likes. Nah, she was a white girl. And what struck me about her was like she would always do stuff that was kind of underhanded, like just in life. But she would always play dumb, and I was like 21, 22, so I didn't know any better, and she was older than me. So I would just look at her like, wow, how'd she get away with that kind of stuff, So I kind of knew she was a special kind of person. So AT&T or Singular, whoever they were at the time, they came out with all of these plans, and they were text plans. So it would be like $5 a month for like 100 messages, $20 a month for like 200, something like that. It was just really stupid stuff. And all of a sudden they were like, hey, these plans are going to replace the old plans that were on these people's phones, or like people that you see have smartphones, they're going to need to get into, they didn't call them smartphones. They call them PDAs. That's what they called them. So it's that all these people that have PDAs and they're buying these phones, you need to put data plans on their contracts, and you need to figure out a way to do it. So they wanted us customer service people to call them and actually put these new plans on their phones. Imagine how awkward that is. Like, I'm going into the store just to help you with your bill, and then now you're telling me I have to cold call people to try to get them to upsell them on this texting feature and this data that they don't want. Okay, cool. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it, dude. I left the call center to get off the phone. I'm not doing it, and I refused. And I was able to because of other things, but what my friend ended up doing, she was at a store across town, and she literally sat there one day and found kind of a loophole. Because remember, we came from the call center, we came from tech support, we had access to certain systems and softwares because they didn't deactivate our logins when we came into the store to work as employees. So she took it upon herself to start going into the back end, looking at P plans and saying, oh, this person just upgraded and bought this phone right here. And this rep that they bought it from only put this plan on here, but we have another plan with the exact same, that's the exact same price, but it costs, maybe, or it has more texting or more features or whatever. So literally she would sit there every day and swap out all of those plans. She would swap them out. She would just pick random phone numbers and just swap them out, swap them out, swap them out. So the plan you signed up for with your person in the store, she would go in behind that person, yank their commission by taking their features off and then putting the new features on that were rolling out in the system, in the company and stuff. Do you know that this girl, one month doing that, she grossed over $10,000 in commission? I was floored. $10,000 in features in commission was unheard of. We're talking 2005, 2006. Where were you in 2005 and 2006? You were not doing this. I guarantee you weren't, because I was in that industry. You people used to come into that store and say, give me the latest flip phone, and I don't want the bells and whistles. Just give me a flip phone. That's what y'all used to do. And we used to look at y'all like, I just want to choke you because the company says I got to sell this to you and you don't want it. So this girl, like I said, she was, oh my God, just the way she did it. And I could have told this story better, but oh my God. Let me tell you what this girl did. She came up so big after that. So after she got this massive commission check, she kept on doing it. She kept doing it every single month. And it was more than one person that was doing this because, you know, stores in the area, we kind of know who's doing what. So, you know, the other stores' numbers and stuff like that. And we're just like, dude, how are they getting all these numbers at this store, man? Like, how is this happening? Like, bro, because we had one dude in our store that was like a beast when it came to selling. And the way he was able to sell was because he didn't give a shit. Like, he would go onto the floor every day. He kind of looked like Drake. Like, he was one of them dudes. And he would just go onto the sales floor, just, yeah, you know, this, and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to get this, you need to get that. Da, da, da. And he would sit me down sometimes. And he's like, yeah, you want these features? He's like, you just put them on there. He's like, you tell them they can't walk out the store without it. That's how I do it. I'm like, oh my God. That's when I knew I wasn't a salesperson. So yeah, anyway, this girl was able to scam thousands of dollars out of customers. Now, do you think that her assistant manager, her store manager, her regional manager, the area manager, the person that's above that person, like, do you think that they didn't notice that there was a ton of features coming off of these accounts, and all of a sudden she was the one person putting all of those features on all of those accounts, and she was the one person with the highest commission in that store? She was not a salesperson. She was a customer service person. Do you think they didn't put two and two together? Yes, they did. But did they care? No. Because they got awards, because they got the best store in the region. They got the highest sales for the new features that all the other stores couldn't sell, but somehow this store was able to, because this girl sat in the corner every day and scammed her way into $10,000 of commission every single month. That's how she did it. And then on top of that, you want to know what this girl does now? And I don't think she watches my channel. We haven't talked in like, gosh, probably almost 20 years now. But she bought a new car. I'll never forget this. She bought a new car. And then her and her boyfriend, because her boyfriend used to work for the railroad. I think he still does, but he used to work for the railroad. So, you know, he made some major money. So they put their money together and they bought a house up north. And then she became a county clerk. Yeah. So I'm saying this to say, scammers come in all shapes and sizes, all colors. Some scammers get away with it. Some scammers just don't, you know? And I think with the way that my friend did it, she took advantage of an opportunity that was in her face at the time. I was too chicken shit to do it because I didn't want to go to jail. And I just knew, because I talk a lot, I would have told on myself. So I just never did it, you know, but I talked to my boyfriend about it at the time because we were all in telecommunications. Okay. And he was like, damn, she's bold. He's like, I could never. And I'm like, hey bro, but she did it. She did it, you know? So yeah, so I'm just saying all that to say, like, there's so many people that are out here committing fraud and scams and things like that. And with what this girl did, you know, talking about my friend, with what she did, that's enough to definitely go back, and somebody needs to be sued for that. Like, something should happen, because she literally yanked a whole bunch of commission off of some other representatives. She took money out of those people's pockets, and then she put a ton of money back up in her pocket. And little do y'all, I'm not gonna say you guys don't know, but whenever a feature or something is added to your account, especially back then, because it was old school, the client or the customer actually had to sign off on that. Like, they couldn't just say it over the phone. Like, they had to actually come in and sign off on getting those features added. So this is somebody that did tens of thousands of dollars of fraudulent activity, right? And she got paid, and now she's a county clerk, and now she has a house up north that's worth over $1 million. I'm positive, because she bought it like 15, 20 years ago or something like that. So whenever the iPhone came out, I don't think the iPhone came out 20 years ago. I'm just, you know, but you know what I'm saying. So, it's just crazy when I think back, as a young person, I witnessed a lot of fraud. Like I did. I wasn't smart enough to put two and two together at the time to see what it was. But it's like you have these people that just jump in, they get away with it. And it's really because they just throw caution to the wind. And it's like nobody cares. So my friend was just really strategic in how she did it. She was like, hey, the store needs the money, the store needs the commission, the store needs the accolades. I'm doing this shit. And she did it. Right. And now, like I said, she's a county clerk. That girl make money. That girl makes bank. Okay. And nobody knows at the county clerk's office because clerks, what do clerks do? I'm sure if they knew that she did that way back in the day, she wouldn't have got that job. Right. So, like I said, our girl in Texas is really just a fall guy. That's all it is. Some people just don't know how to execute their fraud. That's all it is. I'm sorry for her. I hate that she beat her kids also because I didn't know she was a child beater. I thought I had heard that, but I thought I was just making stuff up in my head. But damn. All right, let me finish out these comments and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna learn how to tell stories, y'all, because I know I drew that out really long. But that just hit me like, oh, because I had totally forgot about that. Cause like we were all in that industry together and we were always trying to chase the jobs that would pay the most money with the least amount of work. And God bless AT&T because it was singular, then it turned into AT&T. And like I said, they started to sell these features. And I mean, it was a cash cow, man. Like people were making so much money back then. As a customer, you have no idea what those people were doing with your accounts. You would just see that your bill was like $20 more 1 month. And then when you call into customer service, they don't want you to yell at them. So they just give you a credit and move on to the next month. And all is well with the world. Okay. There was so much weird activity that happened. And it's all because of the invention of the smartphone. The smartphone, so much money was made when these things first came out. It was insane, dude. Like looking back, if I had the mind like I do now as a business owner, bruh, I would have handled life so much differently back then. But I was so scared to sell. I was so scared to sell. Yeah, oh God, it gave me anxiety knowing that I had to sell stuff to people because I like to be more of a problem solver. But problem solving on top of having to sell is frustrating for me. It gives me anxiety. Okay. Yeah, why would you want a camera on your phone? Think about that, right? And like I said, y'all be knowing I don't tell how old I am, but with some of the stories I tell, hopefully y'all can put two and two together. Like I said, if I was like in my early 20s when the iPhone came out, do the math, right? Because I was in the industry. I've been working forever, like I've had a job forever and a day. But yeah, it was so hard to sell that shit to people, man. Like you'd be sitting there and dude, they'd have all these brand new phones like lined up across the wall. And I'd be sitting there just thinking, how the hell am I going to get this guy that used to have Pacific Bell or Bell South for some of you folks? It's like, how am I going to get him to understand that or Air Touch? He needs to upgrade that Air Touch pager to a cell phone that has internet. Like, sir, you can watch movies. He's like, well, yeah, I go to Blockbuster every Friday for that. Why do I need my phone to do it? The screen is super small. Because see, remember, smartphones, this is new. Smartphones have not been this size all this time. Y'all be acting like you forget. If you're on here and you were born in the 80s, even the 90s, stop fronting. This is new technology. This is not. No, y'all, this is not a 20-year-old concept here. Not for the regular person. Okay? No, that was for rich people. And even then, remember the briefcase cell phone? My stepdad had one of them. Come on, y'all. Don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you, John, I know you know. I know you know. Right? I ain't gonna tell on nobody else. Because I don't know if y'all want y'all ages to be known, but John is very open about his age. But yeah, so I'm from that time period. Like, was I an adult when the briefcase cell phone was out? No, but I remember Zach Morris on Saved by the Bell had one. Like, he had a big old cell phone, like I remember that. But yeah, like I said, it was hard to sell those features to people. So the fact that this girl could sit in the back office all day at this, and believe me, this store was in bumfuck where. Oh, I said the F word, but it was in bumfuck Egypt, okay? And the fact that she was able to pull this much commission into this store, this revenue, and nobody questioned it, and then she quit like a few months later, like, come on, bro. Come on, that was a heist, okay? She performed a heist. And it's so funny because so many people were in on it. And that's why I tell you, they pick and choose when they want to turn a blind eye to something. Because what that girl did, to be quite honest, she defrauded a whole lot of people, right? But this girl in Texas just happened to have the wrong person tell on her. And once everybody started looking at what was going on, now she's the fall guy, like I said. But because I know the credit industry, because I know the credit repair industry, it's like, look, there's a chain of command here. Okay. The only two victims are the police officer that she forged the signature and the first person that did the identity theft report. Those are the only two victims. All right. That's it. Everybody else was complicit in this crap. All right. All right. So let me finish up here. All right. Not the BlackBerry. Remember? Yes. I remember these days. Y'all gonna get me messed up. I got to get up off of here. I actually never had a BlackBerry. I had this big Nokia thing because, when you work in, you guys know how retail works. It's like, okay, when I was at Mac, had shit tons of makeup, right? They would give me free makeup all the time. And then when I worked at AT&T, aka Singular, they would give us free phones because they want you to have the phone in order to sell the phone, right? So they give you a free line of service. And my mom was a telecommunications worker, so she actually was in the industry for years and years and years. But so I already had a cell phone under one of her plans. But when I started there, that was the first time I had two cell phones, y'all. I thought I was balling. Okay. But yeah, they would give you free devices every like year or so, just so you could, sell it, show the features, blah, blah, blah. So they would always give us, like I said, at the time, they were not called smartphones. They were called PDAs. Okay. Either you had a BlackBerry or you had a PDA. Okay. So that was an HTC, whatever, a Nokia, whatever. And then Sony Ericsson at the time, like they had certain devices and stuff like that. But the HTC was the shit. Like it would be like, it was about maybe this size, you could like push it up. It was like a sidekick almost, but I believe HTCs were better because they also had styluses. HTC was bomb. Okay, so that was the one that I had. But still, even though I thought it was such an awesome device, I couldn't find a way to sell it. Kind of like that guy, what's his name, Jordan Belfort or whatever, where he says, "Sell this pen." I ain't selling you no damn pen. Okay, I can't do it. I'm not a salesperson. I am, but I'm not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a business. I am a salesperson, but I'm not a salesperson. I'm not salesy. Yeah, you had to wait. Yeah. And then I'm gonna finish the comments and then I'm gonna be done. But what was so funny about that, when I was in customer service with the 7 p.m. thing, this used to get customers all the time. So if you started a call at 6:59, but you kept the call going, they would bill you for those minutes for that entire call. It was called, the call was based on, the charge was based on call origination. So literally you would have had to have hung up the phone, say, "Hey, I got to call you right back. Give me 2 minutes." You were supposed to hang up at 6:59 and not call that person back until 7:01. Right? And if you called them at 7:01, then that's when your nights and weekends would start. I had so many customers that would call into customer service like, "Why do I have, this many charges on my phone?" And da, 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 da. Well, sir, your call started at 6:59. We bill based on origination. I'm sorry. Well, you need to credit that. No, sir, it's in your contract. And that's why I tell y'all, with credit repair, some stuff is in your contract. You can't come back and complain if it's in the contract. You didn't remove everything. Well, sir or madam, the contract says that I can't guarantee that. So there you go. Girl, I had a pager too. I wish I could find that pager. I love my pager. It was I talked about it on another live, I think, but I had a maroon, it was kind of see-through, but I had a maroon pager and it was from AirTouch, and then AirTouch turned into Verizon. I remember that. And I think before it was AirTouch, it was DTE or something. I forget the name. I'm going back in time. This ain't even about credit no more. I'm just yapping. Um, but yeah, I had a little pager. Oh girl, I thought I was something. I thought I was something because I had it in high school. And it's so funny because the kids I went to high school with, they act like they don't remember those days. I'm like, y'all were not running around with cell phones. We had pagers, fool. Like, y'all don't remember that? Like, we had pagers, and then we may have had one friend that had a cell phone, and that person was a weirdo, right? I remember having my pager, and if my mom would page me or somebody like that, I would have to go to the office at the school and say, "Hey, my mom actually paged me." Like, and we weren't supposed to have pagers. Like, this was back when school actually had rules and regulations. You couldn't chew gum and you couldn't wear short shorts or spaghetti straps. Yeah, I went to school in those days. And it would be like, "Why do you have a pager, Miss Langford?" Uh, well, look, my mom has to contact me. So, you'd go and you say, "Hey, my mom paged me. Can I use your phone, in the office?" And they would let you do it, which was nice. But yeah. Oh, that's so cool. You worked for Singular. And I remember, oh God, girl, I could go back so far. But I remember when I was in like senior year of high school, and that was when T-Mobile first came out. Oh, y'all, somebody gonna find out how old I am. But T-Mobile first came out, and I remember because I was working at the mall, and I was still in high school, but I worked at the mall, and I would go out to the food court like every day because y'all, I used to go to thank you for listening to me talk about this, by the way. But I used to go out to the food court because I would go to school, and then I would catch the bus across town to go to work every night, right? Y'all, I was a worker, baby. And I remember seeing these carts. You know how they have like phone carts in the mall? And it was hot pink. T-Mobile's always been hot pink. And I always thought that was so I didn't want to say the word. I didn't want to say the G word, but I thought it was kind of gay. And I was like, why do they have all these dudes working at this phone cart with all this hot pink? What is this? Because I know AT&T or Singular. Like, who are these people? But I remember I was working over there, and this dude at the T-Mobile cart, he used to always try to talk to me. And then he would come into because I worked at Macy's. So he would come into Macy's sometimes and come to the little perfume counter I worked at and just be yapping and, what I'm saying, toe tapping, snapping and trapping, whatever boys used to do back then. But it was kind of funny. Yes, and the Motorola, girl, I had a V60i. That was my very first cell phone. Oh my God. I was on cloud nine with that phone. I am not gonna front. Like, girl, I went to school, and that was my senior year of high school. And I would have it on the little holster. You know how you had a holster like on your belt, and the cell phone would just sit there. I know somebody in this chat had a cell phone on their holster. Do not lie. Don't lie. Y'all be friend acting like this, like this was life. This was not life. This was not life. Phones on holsters on your belt. That was life. Okay. So that's what I had. Yeah, Motorola V60i. That was my first flip phone. I love that phone. Yeah, now you have an iPhone. Well, I'm Samsung all the way. I don't know, Joan. I'm not sure about that. I might have to take those aliens and those diamonds back, ma'am. Oh man. I just graduated from high school in 2005. Wait, well, okay, if it was 2005, you didn't just graduate, sir. But 05, that's not bad, man. I'm around that time. I'm around that time. Yeah, the government scams all the time. All the time. Anyway, you can find government scams everywhere. And I'm gonna maybe do some videos sometime talking about the auditing that I do with like the HUD work and stuff. Because I have an eye for fraud. But the thing is, with that part of what I do, I can absolutely see fraud. I see it all day, every day, just so you guys know. Like, I'm not going to say all Section 8 people are scammers, but um, it's not very hard to detect it once you've been doing it for so long. Cause like I've been doing that kind of work since, gosh, 14, almost 15 years now. I've been doing those audits, or not audits, but I should say I've been in the industry for at least 15 years. So it's not hard to see when somebody's being coached by somebody that's in the Section 8 office or in the management office. It's not hard to see when somebody's being coached on how to report their income, or or I can tell when somebody has read the laws and the rules and regs that are in the affordable housing industry. And I was talking with, well, not talking with, but I left a comment on actually one of Diamond Dave's videos where I was telling him about a workforce program that is now kind of in effect. So it kind of helps the people that don't they make too much to get Section 8 help, but they don't quite make enough to make ends meet and pay their rent, right, in a regular city. So it's called the workforce program. So look in your city to see if you actually have that, because if you do, apply. Okay. Because there actually a lot of new construction is coming up all across the country for this. So if that is something that you can do, absolutely look into it, because you can make up to, I think, 140% of the area median income in your area. So that means if you make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in a particular city, you may be able to actually get your rent like lowered, right? And the rent is not cheap. Okay. It's like $1,400-$1,500, but that beats 2,500, right? So look into that in your cities if you guys are looking around. But as far as the Section 8 goes, ton of people are scamming with Section 8. Okay. I see it every day. However, if it's formulated or if it's reported or presented to me in a certain way, even though I know that there's fraud, I can't say anything. I can't say anything because my job is not to insinuate that you are committing fraud. I can't say that. I have to beat around the bush about it. But I see it every day. Every day. Would love to talk to your president about that. All right. You said Kim on stage talks about something similar. He worked for a bank and there was a flaw in the credit card approval, and it was approved. And yeah, okay. And just like, okay. All right. So I'm not staying on here past the next 15 minutes. That's what I'm gonna give y'all. Then I gotta go. Oh shit, it's late. Okay. Remember that movie Office Space? Where the guy came up with this, I think he was the software developer out of the main 3 characters. Yeah, he was a software guy. He was an IT guy. See, I be thinking like movies be trying to tell us stuff, but we don't be listening. The IT guy was like the smartest one in the whole group, and we should have known back then IT was the way to go. We should have known. Somebody should have told us. But if you watch the movie Office Space, it's kind of like what you're talking about with Kev on stage right here. Because what happened was the guy found a flaw in the software to where he could move like something by a decimal point or something like that. And then every time a deposit came into the business bank account, the company bank account, it would basically just move a couple cents over into this. It would have cents left over. It was like decimals. But, as with all the transactions that were happening, the little decimals ended up being quite a bit of money, right? But long story short, it ended up being way more money than the guys thought that it was going to be. So they knew that it was going to pop up in the system somewhere, right? So we're saying all this to say, with what Kev on stage is talking about and the fictional story of Office Space that I just told you, these things are real and they happen. Again, because of the work that I do in my other life, I can tell you that HUD has given out billions. Well, let me not do that because now, they may come for me. Hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent subsidy. Okay. Just because somebody didn't calculate the annual income correctly. Somebody didn't catch when the income went up. Somebody didn't catch, a person had a job for 5 years, but they were reporting they had 0 income. Yeah. Yeah. This happens all the time, y'all. And it's because humans make errors. Humans make errors. That's why I exist, so I can catch them. Okay. But I can't catch everything. So, like I said, this right here, this is real life, but Office Space was art imitating life. And what I just told you happened with HUD, it still happens to this day. And that's why I know I will always have a job in that industry, no matter what happens. Because fraud is always going to happen with subsidy, government subsidy, Section 8, any other program that's out there that y'all know about, that you, and there's a lot of them that you don't know about that I work with every day. And it's just like, damn, it's a lot of people out here getting some free rent. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. And a lot of properties that are beachfront properties or beach adjacent, a lot of those properties, they have to have a certain set of units in those properties that have Section 8. You guys don't even know that. But yeah, Section 8 renters, they're everywhere. Everywhere. Sorry, that was a tangent. Thank you, girl. Yeah, everybody up in here, y'all downright disrespectful. And then sat here, listen to me talk about my whole life. And Joan is the only one in here dropping a super chat. Joan, bless you. Thank you, girl. And we talking about pagers and everything, just telling our age all day, girl, all day. But I actually like talking about, like, I call it my former life because some pieces of it I don't remember, but then there's like other parts that are just so vivid. And that was a fun time of life. That was like a really fun time for me. Because you get your first like few jobs and it's so exciting. It's just the best. Like making your own money is just amazing. It sounds fraudulent the way you put it. Listen, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I said a whole lot of stuff. So I'm pretty sure I said a lot of stuff. Late, damn. He done clocked me, huh? Or at least he thinks he has clocked me. Y'all don't even want to know how old the guy that I'm renting my office from. This fool was like, you must be in your 20s or something. I was like, sir. He probably lurking in the shadows right now. I must have laughed my ass off when he said that. I was like, sir, in my 20s. In my 20s? Sir. Y'all, he had my ID in his hand and he said that. I was like, all right, this dude, he ain't paying attention to nothing. So I was like, yeah, sir, I'm in my 20s. Yup, you got it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the iPhone did start out small. And one thing y'all don't even know, with the iPhone, you actually had to pass a background check to get an iPhone. Crazy, huh? I used to work in after I left tech support, I moved over to phone customer service. It was a phone sales customer service is what I did. So one of the guys I worked with in the store, he ended up, damn, how did that work out? Oh, I remember what it was. I was in the call center, and then the guy that I told you sold all the features in one of my stores, where he said, "Yeah, girl, you just don't let him walk out without it." I was like, "Ooh, I like him." He actually was going to be a manager at the call center, and then he was like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah. Like, you need to come into the store." He was like, "Come into the store." He's like, "You'll make a lot of money if you come into the store." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna come." So I went into the store. But yeah, when I was in that customer service position over the phone, we would basically process the iPhone orders. So you would call in, place your order, or place your order online for your iPhone. This is generation 1 iPhone, just so y'all know. It's not the iPhone whatever y'all have now, but it was iPhone, literally just the iPhone. So they would make you go through a background check. And then I was in a department where we had to sit and process your background checks and then process your actual order. So imagine how fun that was, calling somebody and telling them they couldn't get an iPhone because of their background, which pretty much was their credit and stuff like that. It was weird. It was really hard to get a smartphone back in the day, you guys. Like, you had to be somebody special. It's crazy. 36. I'm not going to tell y'all how old I am. Y'all just going to have to do the math. I ain't telling y'all nothing. Yeah, there you go. I use a briefcase cell phone. Oh my God. Stop. Damn, John, did you fight in the Civil War too? Was you around when Western Union first came out? No, I'm just playing. John was out there with a musket, y'all. He had a musket. He had to do the whole, like, you know. You know what's funny? When you go to the gun range too, you'll see a guy out there that actually does like the old school. I don't even know what you call it because I don't play with those kind of firearms, but they're the kind where you have to actually use gunpowder and stuff. There are guys that actually go to the gun ranges like that. Like, it's so weird. Hey Ulysses, how you doing? I was gonna say where you been, but I ain't been online, so maybe it's me. That's been missing. Oh my god, I wish I had got to this comment earlier. Hey, you ain't lying. She had, listen, I have to tell you, this girl, she was brilliant, dude. Like, and okay, damn. Okay, look, y'all. Y'all got like 10 more minutes with me. Nah, but in this job, it was so funny because, like, you know how you go from job to job with people, so you feel like they're kind of your family. Like I said, this girl was like with me at my first good job that I had. Like, we were both at the post office together, right? And we weren't at the actual post office. Like, we did, I guess we kind of did a tech job at the postal service, which is kind of weird to think about that as far back as it was, right? But we did this job that the machines couldn't do, and it was tech based, right? So we did all this stuff, and like I said, we were gonna lose our jobs, and we were gonna lose our jobs together. So it was like, okay, where are you going? Like, tell me where you're going, and wherever you go, like, I'll go too. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we did. And we followed each other through, or yeah, I guess you could say we followed each other through the industry for a few years. And like I said, once she hit that jackpot, I was like, dude, is that something I really want to do? And I couldn't do it. I didn't have the nerve to do that. And when I left telecommunications, that's basically like when I got into the affordable housing industry. So that's when, I got into the whole Section 8 thing. And that industry is kind of boring, but it's kind of fun at the same time because you definitely get to see America from a different perspective. Like, a lot of people tend to think it's mostly Black people on welfare. No, it's not. Okay. No, it's not. I audit the entire country. It's not Black people. All right. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you the color. Do your research, but it ain't Black people. All right. But yes, she may have had a bit of the complexion for protection. Yes. And she also, not just that, I will say she had a je ne sais quoi, that's what I would have called it at the time. But all it was that she just played up the ditziness. That's all it was. All you have to do most of the time as a girl, all you got to do is play dumb. Like, y'all don't understand. I've gotten out of so many tickets just by playing dumb because I may look like I would cop an attitude with you. I'm very docile. You pull me over. What did I do? Oh my God, officer, hold on. Let me get my license and registration. I'm very passive. Okay. Yeah. Y'all don't know that. I know I speak a little forcefully, but no, y'all, I could soften it up very easily. Okay. Because if you ain't got the complexion, you got to work other things. Okay. So I've gotten out of many a ticket by just playing dumb. When I get pulled over, that's all you got to do. Don't cop an attitude. Just, what? Huh? What? Okay. Not that obvious, but you know what I'm saying. But yes, I agree with you, Erica. She did. Yeah, she did. Yeah, those phones were awesome, man. And I can't call them phones because they were like not phones, but they were, um, I guess, personal data devices or personal data assistants, I think is what they were called or something. Yeah, that was it. Like I said, that was a fun time of life, man. Um, and truth be told, like, I liked being a 20-year-old something back then versus now. Like, I would hate to be in my 20s now because there's like so much pressure on people. It's ridiculous right now. Okay. Yeah, so a sidekick would be really cool to have right now. I had a Nokia phone. Nokias were amazing and they were indestructible. Let's really talk about it, right? They were indestructible. You could throw that shit at somebody as a weapon, pick it up, walk home. That person's dead on the curb. from a concussion. Oh man, Ameritech in your town. Okay, I don't know what city that is. But that probably wasn't West Coast, huh? Yeah, me too. I mean, okay, we used to get down on the Oregon Trail, okay? John. I posted that on my one of my social media platforms the other day. I was like, I posted a screenshot of the Oregon Trail and it said like Mary died of dysentery. And only a handful of people admitted that they even knew what I was talking about. Because people in their 30s, for some reason, they don't want to represent the fact that they're in their 30s. It's like, bro, just just accept it, okay? Just accept it. It's fine. Hey, Robbie Ray. I remember you from the last one. You know what I'm saying? Hi, hi, hi. You missed all the credit talk. Thank you, John. Hey, hey. Look, you didn't pay for half of a gallon of gas for me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. If I put what you and Joan put in here together, I think I might be able to get like a gallon and like a tenth of gas. That's what's up. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing, man. I'm not even playing. iPhone seriously, 13 Pro Max? Like I said, my brain stopped at iPhone 1, and they didn't even call it that back then. It was just the iPhone. Having a Samsung is like having a Samsung smartphone. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. And I have the nerve not to have just one. I got two, right? So I'm all messed up. But I had an iPhone. I actually had an iPhone when they first came up. Damn, y'all, we got emails coming in. Somebody must, I guess people are watching right now. But we're getting emails on the Credit Solutionist email. Thank you guys for hitting me up, by the way, for your help. 24 to 48 hours, please and thank you. Okay, we don't really work on the weekends. By we, I mean I don't work on the weekends. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I do have a smartphone. That's what these are. These all guns are crap black. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, the last time I went to the range, I saw this guy doing it, and it's like, dude, it's so hot out here. What are you doing? Like, I was kind of nervous that the firearm would explode in his hand. Like, I was kind of scared, you know, because it was one of those open, like outdoor ranges or whatever. And I didn't even know that what he was doing was legal. Like, I thought that, I was kind of looking around like, is anybody gonna, I was having a Karen moment, or what we call Black Girl Keisha. I was having a Keisha moment, but I was having a Karen moment. And I was like, is somebody gonna tell this fool? Like, do I have to tell him, or is somebody else gonna tell him? And they're like, nah, he could do that. He could have that firearm here. I was like, all right, cool. And just to be clear, like, they didn't check my license or nothing, or my permit at that particular range. And that was in California. What do you know? They don't be caring out there like they say they do in the news. They do not care. Starts with a W and ends with an E. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. I don't know what you're talking about. Damn it. Oh, the privilege. I think that's what you're talking about. I mean, maybe, but if you ask her, she's probably like Elizabeth Warren. Didn't Elizabeth Warren say that she's like a Native American or something? So maybe she's not a white girl. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that I can appreciate what my friend did, because I was pretty young and immature back then. So I appreciate what she did, in the sense that it's like, okay, but honestly, she was like 6 years older than me. So she kind of knew better than to do that. But I think that was her Hail Mary, because she was like, look, I just hit the damn jackpot. I'm gonna go ahead and put these features on here. These customers don't know where it came from. They call customer service. Customer service is not going to go through the loops and try to figure out what store location put the feature on and yada, yada, yada. Because see, that's another whole system that was just confusing. Because did a representative in the customer service call center put those features on your phone plan, or did a person in the store put it on the phone plan? And then to match that, you had corporate owned cell phone stores, and then you had third party owned cell phone stores. There was just way too much to investigate. So Singular, aka AT&T, swept it under the rug. Do you think that was the only store that did that? No, because the fact that my friend came up with that harebrained scheme in her head, she wasn't even a salesperson and she came up with it. So I know for a fact AT&T grossed millions of dollars in fraudulent feature add-ons. I know they did. But it's just because the industry shifted at that time, and it was just exciting, and everybody was so happy to be doing business with Apple, and all the other phone manufacturers were trying to keep up at the time. You had Nokia trying to keep up, and where's Nokia now? Like, they were a beast in the industry for how many years, and then Apple just came in and took everything. Where's Sony Ericsson? Where are they? You know what I'm saying? Again, where's HTC? Where's BlackBerry? RIM, remember RIM Wireless? Where are they? Right? So yeah, Apple really did some damage when they came out, because everybody was scrambling to be like them. And here we are. I preferred my Motorola Razr, but who am I? Just a credit solutionist. I'm a little old school, and it is what it is, which is probably why I'm in the South now. Yeah, it was a little bit of that too, not gonna lie, because she also filed a particular type of harassment claim on a guy at the store. So that could have also been why they didn't really mess with her. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. But that might have been why they didn't mess with her after when she did that, because it was like, well, she's already got a claim against this person over here for this. And well, but like I said, this is a woman now that is sitting on $1 million plus asset up north because she made a not so great decision when she was like late 20s, maybe early 30s. And yeah, I mean, she came up, like, had to give her props on that. I was like, hey, I don't operate like you do, but well done. Well done, sister. Well done. All right, where am I at? Let me get on up out of here. All right, yeah, I think I'm done now. Okay. I mean, having a Samsung is like having you know what? Oh, John got jokes tonight. Oh. Bro, you got jokes. Wow. How about this? Everybody, okay. Let me finish out, because y'all, now you're trying to diss me, you know what I'm saying? But all right, but look. So, do you know how like clueless people are about cars in general? Okay, Ulysses, have a good night. Because I'm literally like at the end. Y'all can see I'm at the end right now. But okay, people are so, I'm not gonna say they're dumb. I don't want to call people dumb, but people are kind of goofy, because you literally could see my car driving up the street, driving down the street, whatever. If you don't hear the vroom vroom, you could assume it's not an 8-cylinder. If you don't see GT on the side, like on the side rear of the car, it's not a GT. If you don't see a GT in the little circle, I have a pony right there instead of a GT, right? It's not a GT. I literally have people where they will ask me straight up, pull up to beside, is that a GT? Bruh, if you got to ask me if it's a GT, it ain't a GT, okay? GTs are very, very intrusive. They're very obvious. They're very, I'm a GT, But I will say, if you look at the 2019, I'm gonna show y'all a picture just so I could end the night right, because I feel like, saying John over here dissing me, playing with my emotions. You playing with my emotions, sir. I'm gonna show you, because I know why they think my car is a GT. It's not because it's a Mustang. It's not because it's a Mustang. That's not why. Y'all want to know why? Y'all want to know why they think my car is a GT? I'm gonna show you why. And this was the best design concept ever. And God bless whoever came up with it. This is why I say every Mustang after this is just horrendous. All right, hold on. Oh damn, they're trying to give me the whole article. Wait a minute. Bro, I didn't want the article, I just wanted the picture. All right. So I'm gonna show it and then I want to see who know. They try to sell you something as soon as you click on the damn page. Bruh, I'm not trying to buy nothing. I got it already, homie. All right, let me share the page with y'all. And then I'm done. And I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, Mustang is the shit. Mustang is not the shit. What it is just that I love my car. I have a respect for my car. I have a reverence for my car. Because I don't have kids yet. So cars are it for me right now. All right. So okay. Anybody in the chat right now, there's 28 of you people here. And I don't mean you people. Don't go getting offended. Now, can you see anything on this car that would make you think that it's a GT? Anybody, just throw some, I don't know, throw something crazy out there. Just humor me before I go off. Humor me before I get offline. Matter of fact, I got to step away for like 2 seconds. Do not leave, okay, guys? Stay here. Somebody. Okay, we're looking. Shit, let me get her off the line. I promise I always want to sell you something. All right. So if you could look at this, tell me, and this is literally my exact car, this red one right here. Tell me what it is about that car, because I'm almost positive that that's a 4-cylinder. This is a 4-cylinder vehicle. I am almost positive. Can you tell me what it is, what characteristic this car has? This is the exact car that I have. What characteristic about this car is the reason people think that it's an 8-cylinder? It has no insignia whatsoever of Mustang. I will be back in like 30 seconds. Go. Oh, shoot. Y'all almost tripped over my own wire. Oh, Lord. That would have been weird. Because nobody's here. Nobody would have been here to hear me scream. Except the ghosts. We have a lot of ghosts in Virginia. Okay. Let me see. Well, a couple of people passed the test. Sweet. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and join a car club because, like, I don't know. I need something to do out here besides credit repair. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, let's see. I had to leave you up there, John, because you was over here dissing me. Oh, man. That was good. I should screenshot that one. That was funny. All right, hold on. Let me stop sharing. Well, no, let me not stop sharing. Okay. Yes, watch the replay. I feel like I said I had, everything at the beginning was more, focused on the actual topic of conversation. I know. See that y'all people, I ain't playing. I mean you people. This is honestly why I do lives and then I don't come back, because I do these extra long ass lives and everybody clowns when they say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing like 3 or 4 hour live streams." I agree, but it's just I end up talking a whole bunch and then talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with credit. That's where this gets me, because I go off on tangents. It's so true. Oh gosh. I had a 25th anniversary Mustang with a 4-cylinder, so I am just joking. Look, I'm telling you, man, it's all good. I absolutely love getting clowned about my car because it's so funny. But when I honestly, when I tell people my reasoning behind why I purchased the car that I purchased, they're always like, "Really? You can get one that only costs as much to insure as a Corolla?" I'm like, "Yeah, did you not do research on the car? Like, what the heck?" There it is, man. That one little feature right there. Them hood scoops, baby. Hood scoops. Hood scoops get them every time. And I cannot tell you how many times somebody has driven up next to me. I put it in one of my videos from like last year or something. Yeah, we're in 2022. It was a video from 2021. I mean, people, bro, when I lived in LA, people used to pull up beside me all the time at stoplights and just start revving their engine. And I'm looking at them like, "Man, you know this is a 4-banger. Don't do that to me." But they really didn't know. Like, some of them really didn't know. And it's just like, oh my God, what is wrong with people? Like, people really do that. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever experienced that. It's insane. Like, you'll just be driving and minding your own business, sitting at a stoplight, and then somebody will literally pull up next to you, start looking at you, and just vroom, 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 and you're like, "Bruh, I'm just trying to get to 7-Eleven. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?" They all know I gotta switch the little mode on. I'll be like, "All right, we doing track or we doing sport today? What we doing? What we doing?" You know, I always have to do that. But yeah, it's the hood, y'all. That's exactly it. That's all it is. And like I said, nobody, for some reason, people don't understand. No, it's not the hood scoops. GT will literally say it's a GT everywhere on the car. Like, a GT is very boisterous. It's like, no, it's a GT. Look at me. I have a GT emblem on the back. I have it on the side. I have hood scoops on the front, and I make a lot of noise. But the other thing about the 4-banger is that it has the exhaust where you could switch it on and off. So yes, it sounds like a fart in a can. So what? That's why you get an exhaust delete. Okay. I know what I'm talking about here. I know what I'm doing. All right. I know what I'm doing. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around this long and listening to me chat. I know we did a little bit of credit, we did a little bit of scams, and we did a lot of bit of cars. Like I said, I just realized I have an affinity for vehicles. However, when it comes to getting under the hood, I'm not that enthusiastic about them. I just keep it clean and I keep it nice and pretty underneath and on the top. That's all I do. So, yeah. Let's see. Last one, and I'm out. I promise I'm out. I gotta go, guys. It's almost 2 a.m. And I gotta drive, and hopefully there's like no deer outside or anything. I actually saw a deer run across the road on the way to the office today. Hope he made it home. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But that's just how we are. That's just LA. Okay. There's a little, well, well, we don't go anywhere because it literally takes 30 minutes to go 5 miles. That's kind of that's part of the reason I actually left LA. The traffic was just annoying. Once you begin working from home, you understand. It's like, no, now I'm offended. I got to sit in traffic. I'm offended. The most traffic that I get for the most part is walking from the bed to the bathroom and tripping over a slipper. That's traffic for me. That's a traffic jam, right? You might have a traffic jam on the staircase. That's about it. So working from home is the shit. I definitely try it. once you do, you'll be over traffic forever. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully next time I could do it for like an hour, and we'll see if I can get to the topic quick enough. But thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you everybody that dropped a super chat. Cash App's there too. I don't use it very much, but I hear you're supposed to ask people to Cash App you. So Cash App me if you wish. And then tell a friend, right, about the channel. Like, subscribe, share as well. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Maybe we'll glam it up next time. I feel like doing the fro and the makeup next time. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Anyway, credit repair is not a scam. All right. Just depends on who you work with and how they, work the system. That's really all that it is. Okay. So yeah, you heard it here first. All right. But we'll keep an eye out on this case and see what ends up happening. I don't think this girl's going to do a lot of jail time. So you can quote me on that. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great Saturday, you guys. Credit Solutionist out.